Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, where we go over crypto daily, every single day at 9:30 a.m. with your host, the Crypto Lifer. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Anyway, breaking up the day, getting into the day. It is Wednesday, 9:36. Getting into the move, getting into the groove. Open up my charts. Who knew? Brought up Pearl. Looking at Pearl right off the bat. One thing I do see that I don't like is a head and shoulder pattern. Will that play out and dump, or would it get held by the 200-day moving average? We will see. But let's get into Bitcoin. Let's talk about Bitcoin. The elephant in the room. We should call it like the Tyrannosaurus Rex in the room, in my opinion. But let's get into it. Let's talk. Let's talk about life. Let's talk about crypto. Let's talk about DEX, baby. Let's talk about crypto, and let's talk about DEXs. Should make a new song like "Let's Talk About DEXs," and recreate that idea. Corny, yes, very corny. Probably just lost 100 subscribers right now. They're like, this guy is from the 80s. Old man Winters over here. Probably just lost. Checking out the stream. Stream sounds great, right? We're getting good audio. It's all about the audio, man. I'm a rapper, so I've been rapping for years. A lot of people don't know that now, that I am a rapper. Been rapping for years. We could start this with Sam Price, Wuhan Soothsayer. It's a cool little music video that I did.
December went by so fast, I don't even remember. We marching into March, now the sickness ensues. First it wasn't even in the news. People dying in China, abused, jumping out of buildings, suffocating a noose. The truth is right here, though the angle's obtuse. Some people can't see it if it's right in their face. I told them 100 times, they still running in place. They won't tell you if the kids die. Bodies burning and they did fry. Crematoriums were running 24/7. It's the same in Italy, they gonna pause the elections. No matter the country, the stats all the same. You asymptomatic, yet your basketball game. I was sounding alarms. You could check the gram, I never wanted you harmed. Speaking deep messages, they came from the heart. Every time I show you the path though, before it did start. I was laughed at by friends.
There was jokes on my back. My mental intact. You can finish watching this. I'll put it in the comment section. But yeah, that video is sick. And what it really talks about is the idea and it's about trading in a way. You guys are like, well, you're not talking about trading. Well, I am. You know why? Because in trading, you need to find your own way. And a lot of times there's 100 people telling you 100 different things. And that's what happened to me when COVID hit. I knew it was around. I knew it was creeping, and no one believed me. People weren't taking it seriously. People just didn't feel like it was something that they didn't want their lives to be disrupted. People wanted to keep living that same life. And in my opinion, it just leads to problems in the end, right? Because eventually everyone they kept wanting to go to basketball games. People were like, I want my birthday party for my son. Like, I'm not going to sit here and, not go see my friends tonight because of this quote unquote. A lot of people didn't even know there was a virus. And so my whole point is, to bring that music video up, is you got to go your own way. And that's why you're here today. You're learning crypto for yourself. So you're not in a pump group. You're not in a signals group. You're not going to wait for some mentor to tell you when to buy and sell. You're going to learn how to do that on your own here with the Crypto Lifer. So there's a line in that thing, I followed my own soul, my mental intact. Like, it didn't matter how many, my own father hung up on me. My sisters, my twins, people thought I was actually insane. Sometimes you might not have an idea in the charts and everyone else is against you. But you might see something no one else sees. So stay true to yourself. That's what this is about. That's what my channel is about. That's what the whole growth that I'm trying to create here is, for you to gain the knowledge on your own. Okay? So that you can fully become who you want to be. Here is it right here. I think I posted it. Yeah, check it out, man. I have a whole album on iTunes as well. Sam Price, Life Elixir. And yeah, shout out to 912 all day long. Is Cardano 100x by 2021? I think it could. I think it could. Shout out to everyone here in the live. Let me pop out the chat, which actually, interesting. Floating around somewhere now. Huh. I have to go this way today. The old school way. Weird. Anyway. This person was second. Wrenchy T, always first, man. Hard to beat Wrenchy T. What's good, Noel, man? Eddie DC, Jesse B. 912 all day long. 912. Is that like Boniface? Although I don't believe in the virus. I think it was planned out way back. No, I think the virus was planned way back. But people are getting sick in some way. I'm not sure how. At the time, you're right. I'm changing my... People are getting sick in some way. We're not sure exactly how, right? But I'm open-minded to believe there is a virus. I'm open-minded to believe it could be some type of 5G. I don't know. You know, I do see people getting it, it seems like, from somebody else. Like, my father-in-law died, and his brother was working as a rad tech, and he was coming in and out of the house, and he got sick, and then the father got sick, and actually everyone in the house got sick. The younger people didn't get as sick. It seems like men get hit harder than women. There was 2 women in the house. Both the men in the house got way sicker than the 2 women in the house. Anyway, let's get into Bitcoin. Let's talk about what you guys came in here for. So we're taking a look at Bitcoin right now, live trading. I want you guys to know everything you can, and I want you guys to ask about any ticker that you want. We will stay on topic for the rest of the day. So here we are as Bitcoin is in this beautiful consolidation period. We went to that high of 28,459. We decided to get as low as 25,600, 25,588. Tiago Cruz, man, be fine, lifers, my dude. Is there a confirmed divergence on Bitcoin? Or do you think it'll pump again? Here in Portugal, got newspaper today. I'm not home, getting confused. Yeah, we'll take a look, man. That's why you're here. So right now, Bitcoin on the 1 hour, look, it was about to have a bearish cross. And it said, no, I don't want to do that. I want to get bullish as all heck. That is a big sign. Whenever you see very small histogram in the bearish side and we're pointed up on the Stokes, 1 hour wants to go. So the 1 hour is in our favor. That's beautiful. 4 hours is not in our favor. 4 hour wants to curl down a little bit and is high. What that tells me is that we're going to get a small pop to suffice the 1 hour, push us up a little bit, maybe pop us up to this rejection, get to a new high. I would love to see us get to 29,000. Get out of here with that. That's nonsense. Good morning, my sweetheart. Give me a kiss. Good morning. Love you. Gonna have to have a talk with you in a little while, okay? Okay, so now Bitcoin hitting 28,100 right now. Now, let's see what happened in the middle of the night. Let's go on into the 30-minute. So this is a 30-minute candles. So you can see after Bitcoin broke out of this initial consolidation, it went all the way to a high of about 28. First, it went to this candle here, which if we hit it, the high on that candle was 28,577. Okay, the next candle, the next 30 minutes later, it would go all the way to 28,428. Okay, now this candle would surpass that candle at about 3 a.m. It's always around 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I've noticed that so much. Shout out to Ross Bush up in the house, Tiago Cruz, Boniface Varela. So check it out. It went as high as 28,579. Okay, I guess the highest we've got was 28,600. I think that was really the. So I see 2 things happening, possibilities here. One, we are in a consolidation, which is good. You know, we should have, on this curve on the MACD, we could have come all the way back down and started a retrace, but we didn't. Every time the MACD seems to curve and reset like here, we tend to go sideways. That's an indication of a bullish momentum. So here we're going sideways yet again. We're not retracing or even retesting the top of this pattern. Remember Ethereum, it boomed up. It came all the way down to retest the pattern, even wicked into the pattern, but then would continue up. Bitcoin's not doing that. One thing I do see, and you might see it as well, and I'm not going to act like it's not there, is a possible head and shoulder. We have shoulder, head. Is this a right shoulder? A little flat here on the line, and we have the 200-day moving average, which held up the price. I brought that up a lot. I brought it up yesterday. I brought it up in a few other coins and positions. It seems like it's just uncanny. Every once in a while when I see something, it kind of happens over and over again. And what we're talking about here is when the 200-day moving average is very close to the same bottom line of your bull flag. That's an indication that these two are acting as dual support. You know, and look how the price is starting to rise away. Again, we also had a golden cross. This is the 5-minute. It means really nothing there. But immediate short-term gains, if we just take the target of this pennant, which this is how I trade. So I trade pennant. I'm a pattern trader. I take the pattern here, run it up, and that puts Bitcoin at 30,000, about 30,420, 450 even is really kind of my even point there. So I'm calling for a $30,000 Bitcoin in the immediate short term. I think in the next 4 to 5 days, possibly by the 4th of January, we'll see. We didn't get a big year sell-off like normal. We do have one more day in the month, right? But normally the December sell-off occurs within, like, you know, millionaires and billionaires, they don't like to do things at the last minute. They're not rushing in. And it's going to be a Thursday tomorrow with the market closing on Friday. So I feel like people would have sold off their Bitcoin by now if there was going to be. I don't think there's going to be a sell-off. Also, actually, there was a buy-off last month. So actually very different than most Bitcoin cycles. We had a buy-in. We had an insane people just rushing into Bitcoin like we've never seen. Yeah. So check it out. I say too much. I'm going to have to drink vinegar when I say That's the only way to get rid of things, guys, to drink vinegar. And then you'll never do it again. If you ever had a sip of vinegar, it is disgusting. It is hard. You guys want me, if you guys get up to 30 likes, I'll take a sip of vinegar, okay? Just, why not? I'll take a sip of vinegar for you guys. You will see how horrible it makes me. It's just like, oh, God. It's good for you, though, the apple cider vinegar. So you'll be doing me a favor. I'll be going through some pain. We get to 33 likes on the live stream later today. I'll sip some vinegar. No, it's tough, man. I know you think, poof, you're funny, Jesse B. I love you, bro. No, it's hard, bro. I do shots of ACV every AM. I drink it every day. Haha. You guys are awesome. See? Look at my crew, man. You guys are doing the apple cider vinegar. See? This is deep knowledge. If you're into crypto, it means you did a deep dive. That means you also did a deep dive into nutrition. That means you take care of yourself. You know? So take a look at the market. 1 inch. You know, it found that bottom. It really did here at 75. And now it's just climbing. V-shaped recovery. Now it's in an inverted head and shoulder pattern. Look at that. Neckline actually almost completed the target. Put it right here. I love this perfectly planned out head and shoulder. It's so clean. I love the name. Left shoulder. Head. Right shoulder. And there you have your inverted head and shoulder. Clean. And how would you find your target of the measured move? You take a length of the pole. Okay. You swing it over here. And that's going to give you back up to previous resistance at 129. So look for this to continue to climb to a high of 129. Very possible to come down for a retest at 99 to $1. I could put an order in at $1 and then a sell order in at 135 and just see if they rock. You know, see if it plays out to my advantage. It's a possibility there of a trade. I may post that officially, but I really do like it right now. 1 inch. Let's go back. So Bitcoin right now, I'm seeing some bullish signs, but it looks like we may go sideways. So we're going to give you, yesterday my call on Bitcoin was spot on. I hope you, if you started your day with my Bitcoin analysis, it was insane how well it did. And let me show you, we can go back in time a little bit, but we were in this pennant. Let's see on like the 1 hour. And we were going up and down. And yesterday we were right here and we were at 27,000 when the show began. Actually 27 like and some change. And I said, we should short it to the bottom of the pattern down here. I said 26 even. It went to 26, probably like 26.2. But I didn't, you know, I was kind of regulating the bottom of the pattern. I thought we might get a little wick down here into 26,000. But I was spot on. I said, you know, we were right up here. And you can go play back yesterday's show is the first thing. And I said, we're going to go down, you know, 2% short Bitcoin. And then I said, now it's time to long Bitcoin at the bottom of the pattern at 26.2. And then boom, I came out with that later on the day. I gave you your measured move. Then we hit the target that I had up here right here at 26,400, right? You can see it. We wicked above it, but pretty close. Where did I get the target? I got it from this wick here, previous wick. So previous resistance becomes secondary resistance. And if we can break it, it will become support. Then we started to flag out here. Now I'm showing you the flag. Now I'm breaking down. It's a possible head and shoulders pattern, but I really negate the idea that it's going to play out. We see the 21-day moving average crossing the 50, but then curving back up. These are all in beautiful alignment, showing signs that we want to cross upwards. 1 hour is down and ready to rock with a lack of bearish momentum. And, you know, even here, looking a little funny, though. We took these Stokes. They are pointing down. Could they curve back up for us? There's a chance. But right now, the 4 hour is not in our favor. I have to say that to you. So what do I see? I think short term, the 1 hour gives us a little bit of a pop. Hopefully, we break that resistance and get into the 29,000 area. This is possible on the 1 hour. Look what the 1 hour did for us here on this one pop. We went all the way from dang near to 22,008 all the way to, that's a $6,000 move on the 1 hour. You can see that 1 hour cross. Now, we do want to see that 4 hour cross, forgive me. But even the 1 hour, look here, it was low at 26,000. So the 1 hour cross gave us a $2,000 move. The 4 hour cross gave us the $6,000 move. So you can see how the different time frames will extend different targets for you, depending on how you're looking at them. But when we bring in the 4 hour right now, curving down, RSI kind of in a good spot, going sideways. I'd like to see the price just go sideways a little bit. So what the 4 hour tells us is that we're going to go sideways, probably back in this range here. Chance we hit 27,500 becomes the new bottom and support. I'm kind of going on this area here. I'll show you. Because we hit it. Now we came down. Will we reject this area and use it as support line, which is about 27.5. So I'm watching 27.5. We go down to the 1 hour and see. I think we're going to keep going sideways on the 4 hour. And then, yeah. Shout out to Mo. Shout out to Mo Hit Singla out in the show. So right now I see Bitcoin, I'm still long. As long as we stay in this pattern, we're long. If we break the bottom of this trend line, look for it to come back and test this trend line, and then we could be all the way back at 25K. I really think 25K is a strong bottom. Even this area, look how much chop we had here. If we take the visible range, if you're not sure what that is, I'll pop that on for you. Mo, visible range, do you use the visible range? Let me know. It's annoying, one of the most annoying indicators, so I don't use it all the time. It slows down my system. It takes a lot for it to kind of load, right? So that's why I don't use it as much as I should. But I pop it on when I need it. And what it does is it shows me where buy and sell, a lot of buy and selling is going on. And it gives me indications of heavy support. Right now, Bitcoin has extreme strong support at 26,800. You can see it. This is why this line is extended out that long. So extreme support there at 26. You know, we go to the 4 hour, it may change. Let's see, with the 4 hours, a bigger time frame. That's getting us strong support at 23.5. Another area up here a little higher, but yeah, strong support at 23,000, strong support at 25,000. A lot of buy and sell orders. Let's look at the daily on the visible range. It's always going to go a little lower. 18.5 is a strong point, but that's, I feel like it's not working too well here. It's giving you like, yeah. I don't, see, that's the thing. See how low it went there? It's interesting to me, to say the least, but I like it on the 1 hour. 1 hour is a little more, it's more, you want to see what you're looking at, you know? Also changes on you. Like, see how it's like, I don't know. I wonder if the indicator is working properly. Sometimes you have to wait for it to like reset. It's slow. It's like latent. That's why I don't love it so much. You know, people call it the VPVR, the visible range, VPVR. Anyway, so I think Bitcoin is going to go to 20K in the next 30K in the next 4 days, 5 days. That's my prediction. I'm sticking to it. But I say it goes sideways for most of the day today, resetting the 4 hour and then letting us rip. Take a look at that daily. The daily's getting extended yet again, but still pointed up on the MACD, and we are high though. So I think when we do hit 30K, pull back to 2750 and 27,500, and then that's the game we play. Let's take a look at dominance. Not looking good right now for the altcoins, right? If dominance keeps going up, it's going to be very hard to trade alts. We wanted this fall down. We broke out of this very strange pattern. We could almost negate these dips and turn it into this. Say that was just a fallout. We broke back into the pattern. It was in a falling wedge. I like this look a little better. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the daily. The daily's overextended as well for dominance. They're going to have to give a break to these alts. They're crying for some relief. You can see here a possible head and shoulder forming too. That I said that earlier too. We didn't break it though. If you look at the 30-minute, we had a possible head and shoulder yesterday that I pointed out. I said, will we, come down to the bottom of the pattern? We didn't. We tended to hold the trend line. Tells you that this trend line is strong and that dominance is actually holding strong support. This is a rising wedge. 68% chance of a break to the downside. We take our target, we keep rising. Dominance could come back down to this level here at 67, where it does have a little bit of support there. Right here, like that. WAS claiming day. Yeah, man, we're all going to claim our WAS for sure. It's in about, I'll give you an update on when to claim your WAS. It's going to be one of the biggest projects. I feel bad for people that aren't as deep as we are in crypto. I shouldn't know. Some people are doing even better than me, and they don't even know what crypto is. Their dad, they inherited companies. They don't even have to worry. But for the struggling people out there trying to make it in the world, and they don't know about WAS, it's just, yeah. Show you, I didn't get as much as I wanted, but we can buy WAS in the open market and still stake it, right? It's at 14 cents right now, which is really nice. So I'm looking at my WAS right now. The futures cryptos here, looking at your dashboard. I have 2,049 WAS. You guys all probably got me beat. I only put about 1 ETH in there. But yeah, there you go. There's my 2,000 WAS. And then you go to the time where you can claim, I believe. Regular staking. This is where we could stake, create a regular stake. And we're going to be able to stake our WAS. And it was 21 hours last night at about 9 o'clock. So I believe it's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, 9 hours left. So it's 10 o'clock. And that will be at 7 o'clock tonight. So 7 o'clock tonight, Eastern time, we'll be able to stake our WAS. Tell me, guys, in the comment section, how are you staking your WAS? What are you doing? 19 people watching, 12 likes. That's not the life or way. Let's get those likes up. Let's do the right thing for the community. Anyway, let's take a look. So dominance right now, let's take a look at the 4-hour. Wants to keep moving. 4 hours a bit strong with a cross coming right now. But the Stokes are high. I think we fall out of this rising wedge and we give relief to the altcoins. That's what I'm thinking is going to occur. This is a giant head and shoulder too on top of it. If we negate the little one here, shoulder, head, forming a right shoulder. And then if we take the length of the pole from the head to the neckline, like so, that brings that shoulder back down to support at 68. That 2% will be just enough to give a little pushback to the altcoins and get them moving again. So I like, let's hope the dominance completes this pattern. If you're with me, please get your TradingView Coinigy account, type in btc.d, make these same patterns. Please go to the daily, make this pattern, draw your trend line to the top, recreate exactly what I'm showing you guys, put alerts. I'm giving you the keys if you want a deep dive, but you have to put in the work. Just watching my channel is only half of it. You need to then actually practice what I'm showing you if you want to get to that next level. Okay? If you want to make this life-changing money, if you really want to get the most out of crypto, by all means, do your due diligence and take it seriously. Okay? Let's talk about DOT, baby. Let's talk about all the things it may be. Let's talk about all the cryptos in the space. Yeah, baby. Let's talk about DOT. I love DOT right now. 1 hour, doing great. Look at it. Look at the consolidation DOT was in. Take a look at the daily. It never really fell down. It was always in a consolidation period. If you can see it, pretty beautiful. There's 3 patterns at play. One is the bowl. Whenever you can bowl something, start buying it when it touches the bottom of the bowl. Okay? Buy here, buy here, buy here, buy here, buy there. They brought it as low as 451 before they pumped it. They like to bring it low before they pump, I've noticed. Like, you could have gotten in here, but they got it right where they needed it. Pump. Beautiful pump, right? Now, if you want, I have this thing called Trend Watch, which is pretty cool too. I've brought this up on the channel a few times, People, we don't talk about it every time though. You go to like the 4 hour, right? Take a look at this thing. You go to this. Somehow my setting always got messed up. Input is 1440, 144. This is the 144 weighted moving average. Now you'll notice something amazing. Check this out. Whenever price, we'll go to the 1 hour. Whenever price breaks below this, we go down pretty fast. Look, we broke, we're down. We broke, we go down. But look, when price breaks above this 144-day moving average, look, we break up, we consolidate, and we fly to the moon. Again, look, we broke the moving average, we fly to the moon. We broke the moving average. So you slap this on when you're getting into a trade, and if you see a trade breaking that moving average, it's a good chance you can start to long it. This thing works pretty well. Again, look, you came up here. It was an indication we were going to the moon, but let's see how many times and how much money you would have made. So first here, we broke out, and you would have made 10%. Now, whether you held and came back down to the bounce, let's say you did that and you didn't get out because you got in around here and you didn't get stopped out. Your stop was like somewhere down here. So you still would have ended up staying in the trade and making 20. And there's a chance you went all the way up to 35% gains. Then you probably saw some bearish divergence and you could have gotten out on the bearish divvy. Then it crashed, came back down. Here it comes up again. You buy when it breaks this level. You would have got a nice 8%. Could have come back down and gotten stopped out if you didn't take your money. Here it crashed again. We could have shorted. Here it breaks up again. Say we buy when it crosses this level. We would have made 18%. Okay, and here, look, it breaks up again. Had we bought when it broke this level here, we may have been stopped out on this wick down here. I'll be honest with you, because I would have gotten in right there at 506. 494, I usually keep a way deeper stop loss than that, about 10%, which would be 50 cents. I'd be down here around 450, 480, 490, even in this region. It's a good chance I wouldn't have gotten stopped out on that using my, and 51% gains. So guys, if you want to learn how to do this, use the SMA4, which really just becomes the price. This is this red line. You can't really see it, but it's the red line. Let me change it a different color. I'll change it to yellow. That way we'll all be able to really see it. But this is some key insight I'm giving you guys right now, and it's a pretty simple strategy. A lot of times some of the best strategies are simpler than you realize. Look at that volume coming in on DOT. Chunky volume. DOT at 73333, and a second ago it was at 7.33.33. Awesome. Let's take a look at the chat. What are you guys doing? What are you guys asking about? What's going on? Is this pre-recorded? No, this is not pre-recorded. I am live. Are you day trading Bitcoin? We do a lot. What's up, fam? 33333, yeah. Wise claiming 9 hours. 100% likes. Appreciate that. Yeah, we got 24 watching. Let's get 15 likes, man. Serum, we'll go over Serum for Ross Forsberg. Can you look at ETH? We will look at ETH. But take a look at DOT. You see how this moved above? You guys really interested in the Trend Watch? Is anyone using Trend Watch? I call it Trend Watch. That's what I named it. It works amazingly well. Let's look at this on ETH. ETH broke. Look, ETH. This happens. Look, whenever it breaks this, you get in. It's amazing how well this indicator works. Very simple. Buy more DOT or wait for the next dip. Top of the morning, big dog. Big dog, red dog. My man, red dog. Yo, Red, when we going out, man? I got the Harley. In the garage, bro. When we going on a run? You know I'm ready for a run, Red. I never met a man named Red that didn't have a Harley. So check it out, man. Ethereum forming a beautiful ascending triangle. I have it going up to $841. Beautiful buy right now. Is close to the bottom of the trend line. This is looking great. It just broke above the moving average on the 1 hour there, the weighted moving average. You can see we usually get a nice push up. It is coming towards it. Could we come and bounce on it? That's one thing I'm watching right now. Here, look, we did a bounce here. This could be coming up to bounce similar to this area here. So we're looking at ETH. I'll take a look at Serum Labs for you, Ross. Who else asked a question here? Is this pre-recorded? Wow, I do so good. You think this is pre-recorded? That's absolutely insane. I'm live and you think I'm pre-recording this. That's a compliment, in my opinion. That's a compliment. So check it out. No, this is always live, never pre-recorded. I do videos, but this is always live, never pre-recorded. So what I like to do is we'll duplicate this window. We'll take a look at ETH on my other windows and just kind of get a look at what's going on. Ethereum. Now, DOT is flagging. That is a flag, too. I want you guys to understand that. So, multiple, again, too, look, I have multiple chart setups that I use at any given moment to back up stuff. Every time I learn something, someone teaches me more things, I add it. We have the ADX and DI. If you don't know what that means, stay tuned towards the end. If you want to learn what the ADX and DI is, I'll teach you that at the end of the stream. So if you want to keep it up and stay through here, I'll show you. Yeah, .eth is a good thing to talk about too. Like, I don't think you're going to make, I don't know. I don't know if DOT will outperform ETH. I don't. Something tells me that it's a chance that it may not. I think ETH is going to go to 50K, honestly, 35, 50,000. Like, that's kind of my range, my mental range. I'll start doing a deep dive into where, how we get there, and I'm going to make a video about that not too long from now. Check it out. We're looking at DOT, and boom, 20% gains coming for DOT. Looking good on the 1 hour. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour needs to roll over. So what do we see happening? This could make this pattern too. Sad to say. Let's take a look. So DOT could go sideways here. Then it could fall out of the pattern, make another shoulder, and then come right back down to this previous support area at 536. Very possible. Very possible. Like, I hate to say, it's very possible. But again, we're going to watch this level here. This is going to be our stronghold. Can we hold 680? If we can't hold 680, we go right back down to 575. It's just that there's that big of a gap. We don't have a lot of resistance in this area. We did a little bit there, 628. Fine, I'll throw. There's actually a little chop in this area here, which is good for us. See this chop? Previous chop is good. So we'll throw in some support and resistance lines on that chop. Right there, the price stopped, and right there, the price stopped. In this range, it's kind of a rangy area. So now we're looking at some support and resistance lines for DOT. It is going to keep coming down here because the 4 hour wants to go sideways. Also, the daily's probably a little spent. It looks like it has a little more room. Might get a flip up on the RSI. That was a huge move for DOT. Look, it straight lined. It did a straight line up. So it is in price discovery at this point, though. I thought it could go higher, honestly. 775 wasn't too bad, though. It was just at 520 not too long ago. So some big gains out of DOT. Like 4 or 5 days ago, you could have got DOT at $5.20, like I did. And then I sold it at 520 to get into SNX. Then I kept a small bag of DOT that I got into, but I need more DOT. I would like to have 1,000 dots. That would be that's kind of where I would like to be, and that would cost me $7,000 at the moment. I shared a chart in Telegram, Litecoin. Let's take a look at your chart. Again, join my Telegram group, guys, in the link below. Then you can become a lifer, and you can share your charts. And I can actually look. Wow. COVID-19 bill started a 180-day countdown for UFO disclosures. President Trump's signature Sunday relief bill funded. The bill started a 180-day countdown for the Pentagon and spy agencies to say what they know about UFOs. That's in the New York Post, man. Disclosures coming. I've been actually a part of MUFON, and I've been doing UFO research my whole life. I think UFO research led me to crypto. I've always been on the outskirts of information. There's a time in my life where I spent 5 years, and I'm talking 8 hours a day researching UFO phenomenon. I'd fall asleep at night listening to interviews of people who got abducted. I'd piece the information, and I remember I have a really good memory that remembers about 90% of what I read or hear, and it's insane how much information I keep, and then I'm able to cross-reference it in my head. And I'm not saying everything I know is true, but I know a lot about UFOs. For instance, there's what's called a USO, an unidentified submerged object. And actually, they changed the name from UFO to, I think it's something like aerial phenomena. It's AP something. They've actually changed the name. They don't use that name anymore in our group. Wow, DOT actually picking up a little bit. It's starting to poke. Don't poke the bear, but you know what? There's a chance that this 4 hour actually, look, see how that dipped up real quick? That's an indication there's maybe a lot more for DOT. We could see this RSI curve right here and decide not to go down, or we could just kind of, I've seen the RSI go down a little bit while even the price goes like up and sideways, depending on how the action is. Watch this pop, though. DOT is about to break out, honestly. If it breaks out, that will negate my idea that there's a head and shoulder at all. So watch for DOT. Watch DOT right here. It breaks out and forms another candle. That's going to be a buy opportunity. And then if it gets above 770, it's going to be back into price discovery. This thing is very close to price disco. You could see DOT at $10 before you know it. There's our target, 20% gains at 880. So that could happen by tomorrow. Easily. Let's take a look at total and total 2. You guys don't know what you want to know. I'll tell you what is good for you. But total and total 2. Me too, man. UFOs to crypto. My whole life. Yeah, UAP. See, unidentified aerial phenomenon. It's a UAP now. You guys are on point. How certain are you that ETH will hit 30K? And how long do you think that would happen? I'm going to do a deep dive on that video, iKing Roman. Shout out to iKing Roman. A lot of new people on the stream today. You guys are kind of getting out of that Christmas holiday spirit. We're getting people back in to the movement. 25 people watching, 19 likes. Let's get those likes up to 33 likes. If you do 33 likes, I'm going to take a huge shot of apple cider vinegar. You'll see my reaction. It will be insane. Ugh, I'm like kind of dreading it. I'm dreading it a little bit. I've been watching Keeper. I think it's a great project. It's down in the dumps. I thought we were going to break out here. It seemed to have fallen all the way down. Just take a look at it. It's going to have to reverse at one point. Put that on your radar. Keeper. Oh, I know you do, Bonifaci. I know you do. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I love that one dislike that someone comes on every day. I know who it is. I don't care. I'm not going to bring it up. You told me, Jesse. Jesse taught me, man. Don't feed the trolls. Right, Jesse? I appreciate it. I need you, Jesse, man. You're like a godsend. Like a bunch of you people who came into my group, you guys don't realize it. Your energies complete me so much. I feel like you guys are like, I don't know, man. I don't want to say guardian angels and get all corny because that's like way too much, right? But I do want to say is like, wow. Like you guys have my back. Like someone's trying to do scammy stuff in my group. I made one of the good people that I met in my group, Jesse B, an admin. I knew that he would 2 tables of ACV, 2 tablets to water helps it go down easier, less burnsies. Yeah, I get it. So you got to cut it. I'm not going to cut it though. So we get 33 likes. I will chug apple cider vinegar at the end. It'll be, oh my God. I won't get 33 likes, right? You guys aren't going to do it to me. Anyway, let's keep the clickers going. I'll get the likes if I keep going. .eth. Let's take a look at .eth. That's super important because we want to know. Number one, everyone wants more Bitcoin. Okay? We think ETH will beat Bitcoin, so we put our money in ETH and we convert back to Bitcoin. Will we end up with more Bitcoin, right? That's the same question. If we end up with more ETH, then we can end up with more Bitcoin. Can we use DOT to end up with more ETH? And these are the deep questions, the deep dives that kind of start getting in your head, right? Wow, you can't trade DOT ETH on Binance. That's a bit strange. But we see it on Kraken. So we'll take it. And it's on Bittrex. New DOT, though. What is new DOT? Polkadot new? Interesting. Oh, yeah, they cut DOT, and they probably changed to new DOT. And those old school people kept it, but Binance did not. Wow, DOT ETH looking really nice, actually. It's doing really well. Look at that. It's flagging just like it is the USDT pair. So it's doing well against ETH as well. Interesting. I mean, it had such a big move, and ETH didn't go up 50%, right? So regardless, it's going to make a move on ETH. Yeah, the acid is bad for your twofers. See? You know all the good stuff, man. But .eth looking really good. If it breaks out of here, this is my Jesse B. He's a Kraken guy. And that could get up there, 0.01175. Gain up almost, nice 10%. 17% gains. Double that up. So move coming. Looking good on the 1 hour. Not so much on the 4 hour. Like I said, the 4 hour needs to just reset or go sideways. It worries me a little bit. But we could be in this too. And this is what I like to see. The angle won't be so sharp. In the 4 hour, this will happen. And this will reset the 4 hour. And it looks like 0.09 or 1. 0.09443 be a really nice place to catch it on the low, right? we got to look at total and total too. You'd wonder why. Why are we looking at total and total too? These are going to help all your trades, every trade that you're in. If you're not looking at these, then it's going to hurt you in the long run. Okay, what is it? What is total and total too? We go over it every day on the channel, but I see new people here every day, and we will go over serum. Ross Forsberg, I will go over serum for you. Don't you worry. How certain are you that ETH will hit 30K, and how long do you think we would that? Okay, so take a look right now at total and total too. Total is the total market cap of all crypto. Now, if we look at the weekly, I swear it was higher than this. I saw it in the 900s, but they're claiming we were at 763. I'm just going to go over to CoinMarket. Watch the Ferrum network too. This thing has been on my radar for a while. Write it down, put it on a billboard. It's got some big news. It has a nice infrastructure. We'll deep dive into it on another day. But just sometimes I just throw things out at you guys because I don't have time to go over it all in these 2 hours that we hang out every day. But if I see it, I want you to understand it, right? And I want you to get that. So we take a look at the market cap for the cryptocurrency. And if we hit all, it says that we were as high as 767. Yeah, I feel like we went at, now see, there was an 867. This says 867, honestly, that we went as high. For some reason, TradingView has a smaller version. It says we only went up to about 762. I think we went higher than that. Regardless, we're at 739 now. Okay, let's take a look at the weekly. The weekly is getting a little extended. We've had many weeks of green in the total market cap. You can see this. We haven't had any, this was sideways, but we've just been going up and up and up and up and up and up and up. It looks a lot like Bitcoin though, remember, because it is in the same shape, and Bitcoin takes a lot of the dominance. It's 70% of this, so it's going to take 70% of what Bitcoin looks like. Now, it just didn't do the overall push-up Bitcoin did when Bitcoin cracks the all-time high. We cracked that all-time high, we're going to fly, guys. And this is an Adam and Eve double bottom, so let me show you what's going on here. So you have one bottom here. There's your atom, okay? And then you have your rounded bottom, which is your Eve. Adam and Eve rounded bottom. Then you take your neckline, which would be about here, and you take the length of that, and boom, man. I mean, we boomed up to the target pretty well, right? Now, can we break the all-time high and then get into some measured moves? So let me show you the possible measured moves if we break the all-time high. So right now we had a bigger pennant, almost a bit of a, this is a kind of a cup and handle if you look at it in a bigger time frame, right? There's your cup, slight handle on the side here. So we could even take that. In my opinion, that's a valid move in almost a giant cup. See this giant cup? So I would take the head of the giant cup to the bottom, just like I do a regular cup and handles, and put it here when it bounces out of the side of that handle. And that puts us up high, very high, into the trillions, into 1 trillion, you know? So once we break the all-time high, I think $1 trillion is not that far away. And once we hit $1 trillion, you're going to see the news explode. That's when you're going to see Citibank, cities getting in. Shout out to Love Learning. Thank you so much for coming in. That's when you see a lot of people getting in and just jumping into Bitcoin insanely, right? So crypto total market cap on its way to $1 trillion. Short term, it looks like it broke out of this tiny wedge, and it's going to 800. So right now, going to 800 for the entire market cap. That's going to propel Bitcoin up to 30K as well. And that's when we break all-time highs in the total market cap. So it's looking bullish to me right now. 4 hour needs to cool down, but not too bad. Just needs to cool down. Go sideways. Maybe this is a little flag here. 1 hour is ready to rock. So we could get a push up and then go sideways on the 4 hour. Things are looking good. We need to wait for that 4 hour reset, but things are still looking good. Tomorrow looks like it's going to be the day, because tomorrow or late in the evening, we're going to have the 4 hour and the 1 hour locked together, and that's going to be a beautiful, beautiful thing. Let's take a look at the daily for total 2. Now, this is all the cryptos excluding Bitcoin. Excluding Bitcoin. So this is all the alts. This is the altcoin total market cap. And you want to see where this is going, because if it looks like it's about to get rejected, do you want to be in an altcoin? No. You know, except for a select few. Now, this is a rising wedge, 68% chance to break to the downside. If this rolls down and it does come back, we can get back to 157. If it breaks to the upside, though, we're going to hit my target. We're going to hit my target up here at... Hello? I've never given that phone number to anyone. I don't know why I answered the phone. Anyway, let's take a look at this. Double bottom forming here on the crypto total market cap. Can you see it, or is it just me? And let me point it out to you guys if you're having trouble kind of finding that pattern. But there it is. Bottom, bottom. It's a W there. And then I even see an inverted head and shoulders on the daily. You know, see, look, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. That should propel us up out of the pattern and get our breakout. So I'm seeing some indications that we're going to break out of this pattern. I showed you them. You can see these are clear patterns that break to the upside, 68%. And then we could defy the odds of this falling wedge, this rising wedge here that could break down, but 32% that it goes to the top. And if it does break out, we guys know how parabolic those things become. So I like it, man. I like it a lot. Total market cap going up to $300 billion. We just got to make our way through this pattern. We could retest one more time at 200, 208, but we strongly held support here. Look at the 200, 185. We bounced, we bounced, we bounced. Now we kind of found that support here, right here. Look, 199, $200 billion. So as long as we stay above $200 billion, as long as we stay above this trend line here, I'm very, very bullish on all the altcoins. And I think in like the first 2 weeks of January, we're going to see huge moves in altcoins. Buy this chart, can buy this chart. As long as this chart stays where it's going and we keep watching where it is, we're going to see some big gains for the market cap and all the cryptos. I gave you a call for Theta yesterday. It was an official call on my channel. I put it out there. I gave you your stop loss. I told you how much to risk. Again, this isn't financial advice. Get yourself a financial advisor. But if you're in my Telegram group, I'll basically give you everything. I'll give you your entry. I'll give you your stop. I'll tell you how much you could put in the position to only lose the smallest amount. I'll even give you a risk-reward ratio that makes the trade make sense. This is a risk of 7% for a gain of 47. That's a 7-to-1 risk-reward ratio. 7 times 7 is 49. You're pretty close to that idea. Let's take a look at the pattern. It changed a little bit on me. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. What I see happening is it broke out, and it's now retesting the top of the pattern. We could also break it up and say it didn't leave the pattern. It's in this pattern. I'm always open-minded. Have a beginner's mind when trading. That's really going to keep you alert at all times. But if anything else, we're coiling up and we're starting to lose our coil. There was your bottom of the pattern buy. Now the next bottom of the pattern is a higher place, 147, 148 area. I like this. This is running out of room. Not much more time. You can see that the 4 hour will reset eventually. Look, it is. It's just going to go down a little more. And then the 4 hour really wants to kind of rip. You know, we're going to get through this momentum. And yes, there's a chance it falls out of the pattern and this doesn't become bullish. There's a chance. And that's why our stop loss is at 7%. We could even right now that we're in the trade, anyone who took that trade, you can shave your stop loss now to about 136. You can shave it up a little bit and bring it back to about 5%. I would shave like 2% off the stop loss because now you're higher up in the pattern and you don't need to be this low. So the same idea, shave a little bit of that stop loss if you took the trade that I gave yesterday. You're up right now, though. You're up a little bit, not a lot. We got in about 140 and change, 142 if it took you a second to understand what I was trying to tell you. We did get as high as 140. We did get as high as about 156. So the trade did make you about 10%. 14%, if you got in at 141, about 9%. Could have made already on the trade if you decided to do that. If you were up, I mean, they always do it at like 4 in the morning, but that's my call for Theta. I put it out in my Telegram group just for you guys to understand what's going on. Tesla continuing to move up in this rising wedge. As long as it stays in this rising wedge, it's super bullish for a blow off top. Look for Tesla to get to $900 a share, probably in 3 weeks. Lifer, do you use trailing take profits on 3 commas? If you do, how does that work? You know, I never did. I don't trust it. Every time I go to set it up, I'm wondering, like, will it really work for me? I've been wary of it. It's never been something that I love to do. So, no, I hate to. I feel embarrassed saying that I don't. I should set it up a few times. I realized the other day I should paper trade, and I should just set one up on the paper trade. Now, to me, this is kind of a cup and handle. It's not really perfect. Not really, but there's a long handle, bit of a cup here on Uni. Uni's obviously found support. You can see Uni. The thing about Uni is it came out for free. Everyone got it, and like, I'll take my free money. I'll take my free money. Then there's the smart money who says, you know what? Uni's going to be big. I won't sell a dime of this. And there's a good probably 10 to 12% of all the holders that wouldn't even sell a piece, maybe more. Then there's people who wanted to day trade it and go in and out, in and out, in and out. That was me. That was me. I went in and out a bunch of different times. Played Uni for what it's worth. But now you can see clearly, I made yesterday in the post, we had a left shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. Looks like we're going to get a target of a breakout here. It's also forming this, beautiful bull pennant, in my opinion. Has a very large target because the length of the pole is pretty big. That brings us up to 622 for Uni. Anything below $4, I feel like Uni will get all the way back to its all-time highs here at $15. Amazing, right? Uni was at $15. Imagine if you had sold Uni the second it came out at 15. I didn't even realize that till right now. And they gave you 400 for free. They give you 400 Unis for free. Like, so if you used Uni before a certain date, if it was like before September 4th, they give you 400 free Unis to claim. Now, if you sold them for $15, you would have made $6K doing absolutely nothing. I sold them for $671. I'll never forget the day. I held and I got out. I made $2,600 on Uni, man. I was pretty happy. I actually went back in a couple times and scalped it again too. Made another G. I ended up making almost $3,000, like $3,500 off of the Uni giveaway, which is amazing, right? Like I woke up one day and someone was like, "Hey, I seen you use Uni. I think you can get your free coins." And I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" Shout out to Crypto Curve for doing that for me. 62% gains coming if Uni can go all the way to its bigger target. How do I got that target? I show you. It took the length of the pole here to the 21-day moving average, and we just bring it up to where we may break out. A little bit of an angle, and that gives us our... So we have a short-term target at $4.97, $5. We have a longer-term target at about $6.24. Uni, man, Uni. Start giving me tickets, guys. I'm on fire right now. I'm feeling it. I want to go over the tickets for you. Netflix. That's pretty funny. When do you expect a crash or a correction? Honestly, there used to be a crash or a correction idea way back when we were at 19, and we were supposed to have these huge pullbacks, and they didn't occur. Right now, I honestly think we're on our way to all-time highs in the total market cap, and I don't think we're going to have huge. I think we're going to have little dips, but these big companies are buying Bitcoin up, man, like you wouldn't believe. Do you store your Uni on MetaMask? I do not own any Uni, so I do not store it anywhere. I sold all my Uni. Yeah. I would have to look for the best place to store your Uni, but I'm not sure at the moment. FCX. Freeport. The Irish. McMorrin. This thing is high. But it just had a cross in the 4-hour, and it popped. But look, see, I must have done this for you earlier because, look, I made a green line at my previous resistance point. And look, this is why you do this. Look, how crazy is this? Had you sold where my green line... So I basically went over this on the chart because I never do this alone. So that means I went over this chart at one other time. And I put a green line here way before it broke out, right? Way before it broke out. And you could tell that the price went right to my green line, 26.72. And people sold off. Because why? Because it was expert traders who had the exact same target as me. And they used support and resistance lines. And they used algorithms. And the institutional traders trade on support and resistance. They took money right where I think they would. And they did. Now, what do we see? We got to go into the daily really to catch up what's going on. Daily looks great for this. This is just beginning. My goodness. To see a candle like that and a daily cross coming with the 4-hour also having a cross, 4-hour and the daily locked in together like this thing is about to fly. Yeah, I would actually caution. I would actually have to tell everybody that it's going to cool down and form a flag here because the 1 hour's hot, right? The 1 hour's hot, and whenever I tell you the 1 hour's hot, it's going to flag. So this is where we do our voodoo. What is voodoo? Voodoo is projecting the idea of where the price will go without seeing it yet. But if you've been in the charts for so long, you do voodoo, okay? So here's my voodoo. And what is my voodoo? My voodoo, I think we're going to follow this line. And every day we'll come back to this on the daily, and we'll see. And what I like to do now is I actually take the bar pattern that I've been using, which is pretty cool. I find like a similar area that makes sense to me. something like right here. And I take this bars pattern, I drag it over it. I get a representation of some type of price action. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it gives me an indication of possibly what may occur, right? And then I slide it in there. I think it's going to be more consolidated. But something like this is going to occur, I believe, for FCX while the 1 hour decides to roll over. We're overbought. The Stokes need to curl down. Maybe by, I think, Tuesday of next week, this kind of is filled out. But there's a huge indication that we're going all the way. The daily's in our favor. Nice call on this, Mohit Singla. This is going to fly. I think the low part of the pattern is where you could get in at 26. I don't know if it will get much lower, honestly. If it breaks the pattern, it will negate everything. So if it breaks 26, this level here, I'm going to put up. If it breaks that, it's definitely coming right back down to previous support at 25. And if it breaks that, it's coming back down to 23. But it has a lot of support in this area. It's doing well. This is very interesting. I see 25% gains coming for this in probably 2 weeks. So, yeah, FCX looking really nice. Can you explain how GRT has 900 million coins staked with a 1.2 million supply? I don't get it. Well, not everyone that owns the coin stakes it. Pretty simple, right? So I might be having it in a wallet and not staking it. So not everybody that owns the coin is staking it. There you go. Don't use my real name. Well, it says it right there, though. Then you should change it because I see it right here and everyone else can see it. It says Mohit. It says Mohit Singla right there. Like, everyone can see your name. I'm just... Mo. I'll say Mo. I get you. But you have your whole name out there. Right there. I'm just... Use put options instead of shorting the stock. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying here now. Lifer, do you use trailing profits? No. What do you expect to crash or correction? VChain. 28 people watching. Please, can we get up to 33 likes? If we get to 33 likes, I'm going to do some crazy antics at the end. That's what I do. I'm not a regular guy. I'm funner than all the other YouTubers guys you watched. I'm different. I'm new. I'm interesting. FCX, very bullish copper play. It really is, though. It really is. That is going to fly. Like, I'm FOMOing for that. Like, I FOMO for Bitcoin. Like, this looks like a really nice play. Up to 33. Look. That's my number, too. Can you explain how GRT has 900 million coins staked with a 1.2? Yeah, I think that not everybody is staking. I'll do a deeper dive for you. That may not be the best action. I opened a short at 22K. What should I do now? Should I hold to minimize losses? Liquidation is 3,800. We'll take a look at Netflix. You open a short on Netflix at 22K? Oh, you open a short at 22K for Bitcoin? Oh, that's a horrible idea. Why would you short Bitcoin when billionaires were buying it? Couldn't you read the news, man? I love you guys, but I opened a short at 22K. Liquidation is 38,000. Oh, then you have a tiny amount in that money. Then you have no money in there. If your liquidation is 38,000, you got like $100 in this short, man. Come on, man. Close the short. Close the short, bro. Get real. You opened a short at 22K. You think you're gonna ever get saved down to 18K? Not happening, man. 25K is strong right now. I just showed you that. 23K is strong. I don't see... You have billionaires buying up Bitcoin. Every millionaire in the world can't own one coin. You realize the FOMO? When rich people are greedier than you and me. They want whatever they want, and they get what they want. And when they want something, they buy it up. I want me to go through the news and show you how many people are buying Bitcoin? I mean, Green Pro just opened up a Bitcoin fund. You know what I'm saying? So for you to short Bitcoin at 22K... I'm sorry. I feel bad for you, man. That's a bad move. Horrible move. I hope you were watching my channel, because had you been watching my channel, you never would have shorted Bitcoin at 22K. Never. Never. You never would have done it. I would have given you all the reasons why you never should have done it. Like, I'm not saying I'm exact to the point. I'm not going to tell you that every single time I'm on point. But honestly, man, I do the deep dive every day, and I put in the 5 to 6, 7 hours a day in the charts. So that gives me an edge. That gives me an edge. So, and if you even just look at my video, you don't even have to watch my videos, which is kind of funny. You can just read the titles of my videos to get a gist of where we're going. Look at this video here. When we were at 24K, I'm sitting here telling you, look where Bitcoin is going. I found out. And I called 27K right here. We weren't there yet. You could have longed that one. You could have longed this title. You could have longed this title and not even watched my video, and you would have made a boatload because Bitcoin went from 24 to 27K right there. Bitcoin pops 24K. See, look at that. Bitcoin just flashed a huge target. What is it? And I'm telling you, we're going to 30K. And now we're back at 2850, right? It just, these alone. Look, Bitcoin to 30K by Christmas. This is a week ago. Okay? I'm just saying, like, so these indications, and I know it seems like clickbait, but I don't do clickbait. Like, I'm telling you where we're going. Bitcoin defends 19K, right? Way back here when Bitcoin hit 13, I said, why 13K will bring us to 16K? And no one else really, other expert YouTubers saw that, what I saw, but it was, to me, I kept saying, look, Bitcoin, while 13 will lead to 16K fast, it happened just as I stated that. That would have been an easy play, 13K to 16K. My videos alone, just the titles, man, you know, it's just why Bitcoin will go to 18K. This is when it's not at 18K yet, right? I'm just like, I've had my thumb on the pulse of Bitcoin literally every day. And I'm doing a really good job of keeping you keeping you guys like in line with where we're going. Okay, morning. Hope those meatballs worked out well. They were awesome, dude. They were awesome. Not exact, but you haven't let me down since I've watched your channel. Not once, bro. Stand behind you 100%. So if anyone in here is questioning whether or not he knows what he's talking about, trust this man. Yo, Ricky, the investor, bro. Shout out to you. Gave me goosebumps. 27 likes. So we get to 30 likes, 33 likes. I'm going to have to sip some vinegar. 29 people watching. We're rocking out today. Today's a day, man. Now, if you don't understand why you should be owning Bitcoin, I'm going to do a live stream one day where I explain Bitcoin and the monetary system. That's the whole live stream. I'm going to sit there and just explain the monetary system. I'm going to give you guys a course on how I got into Bitcoin and why. Because there's a reason. I didn't just jump into Bitcoin like most people did. I thought about it and analyzed it and had to understand what I was doing before I did it. Okay. Okay, you sent some tickers in there. BG, WPX. Let's take a look at WPX. We'll go to the Mo. Don't know what that means. Sahihan Mohit. He's probably talking Farsi to you. See, when someone says, I don't know what that means, right? I try not to do stuff like that. I know I'm calling you out, but I Google it immediately, right? And Sahihai answers, Flipkart Dam Sahihai. Sahihai decisions. Sahihan for savvy investors. Our mutual funds, Sahihan for savvy. The average equity mutual fund, it looks like it's some type of saying here. Anyway, you could have Googled that on your own. Oh, it's in Urdu. Look at the meaning. It's Urdu. Of course, it's Urdu or Farsi, you know. Origin Hindi. It's Hindi. It's correct. What you think about my decision of not going to the pub tonight? Sahihai. Decision was correct. Today we drink at home. You know, like, do you think what I did was right? You get what I'm saying? So that's kind of what he was saying to you. All right, cool. We took care of that. Let's take a look at VET. VeChain is my biggest pick of the month. I think it's going to fly into January. They have a deal with Walmart. They have a deal with Louis Vuitton. They have a deal with Good Vibes. Love the energy. Love the energy. The energy's rocking today. We're rocking out. We're doing great. We're feeling it. We're on top of the world, man. No, it's a good day. It's a beautiful day. It's a good day to be alive, right? It's a good day to be alive. That's all I'm saying. In that sense, let's get the music going. Let's get the music going. Let's get the music going. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Give me your tickers. I'm on fire right now. I'm ready. I'm feeling it. Let's do this as a team. Let's tackle the market. Lifer, I posted something you might want to talk about in the chat. Ageless Beats. Oh yeah, we could do Ageless Beats. I just don't know if it gives me a copyright infringement. I don't think he actually does it. I don't think he sent too much up because the last time I did it, I didn't get any issues with that. It could give me a strike, though, and then people in America can't watch the video. I'll try it one more time. I'll see if I get a strike today, and if I don't, I'll keep it up. I can't remember if I got a strike on the last one or not. He is on YouTube as well, so we could just... Does he have a playlist? Yeah. Fortified EP. This is my good friend. He makes music. Ageless Beats right here. So these are... And he makes like cool funk hip-hop mix. His name's Ageless. Shout out to my dude, Wes. He's made me many beats for my albums, too. Let's get back on track, though. 31 people watching. I want you guys to get the information that you came here for, which is tickers, tickers, and more tickers. Let's get it moving. I lost the chat for some reason today. The chat is playing games with me. I can't find it. It's not usually where it is. Here we go. Okay, don't risk it. I gave a bunch. Scroll up. Ageless Beats. I just feel like people are here for crypto hard, though. But I got to do what I got to do, right? You're one of the subscribers, and you're asking. I'm going to pick BG and WPX for you. I'm actually going to show you guys what I do when I've never seen these stocks before. I don't know anything about it. WPX Energy. Thank you so much for my water and my vitamin D, my love. Appreciate it. Okay, 8.26. All right. This first thing I do is I go to a large time frame, 3-day, weekly, as big as I have to get. And I see when this came out. Now, this stock came out in 2012. Okay. It's got a nice 8 years of time behind it. I love to see that. Then I make some support and resistance lines. I start getting into what's going on. Sometimes I build a story. Today, I'm not going to go build a story, but a lot of times I like to build the story for myself. It helps me. I go through all the patterns and how they each played out, and I find out where they went and where they went up and down and all that stuff like that. So check it out. Take a look into WPX. Right now, it's in a falling wedge with a double bottom, though. Beautiful double bottom. And it's double bottoming twice, okay? It bottomed out here in March 6th of 2017, and it's bottoming again now 3 years later. Very similar to Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin hit 3,800 in that low, and then in the pandemic, it came down and it double bottomed. Very, very similar. You can see this is a giant double bottom. How do these play out? They play out very well, honestly. So you would take the target here, you'd swing this to the other neckline, and that brings you past all-time highs, honestly, into 33.82. 33 again, second stock. That's a target of 33. Pretty interesting to me. Now I get into the nitty-gritty. Like, right, now this actually wants to go down. Stokes aren't looking good in the 3-day. Tells me that we may actually come down one more time to touch this 3, 7, or at least a moving average here, somewhere in the 5 and 6 area region. Let's take a look at the daily. The daily wants to move. So you know what? Maybe the 3-day will correct itself in a second. Right now, the 3-day is a little confused. Doesn't know exactly where it wants to go, but the daily says, hey, I want to rip, and I'm forming a bull flag. So immediate short term, we'll take the daily. It's actually already poking out, in my opinion. It's starting to break out of this bull flag. This actually would be where I actually enter a trade on the daily right now. Daily's looking good. I then look for the 1 hour and the 4 hour just to perfect my trade. I could just go in it and trust the daily. The 4 hours looking amazing too. When the 4 hour and the daily both look together like this, great trade. This is going to fly. This is going to fly. And I'll give you your target. Your immediate short-term target, lane to the pole. That pole's a little long. I'm going to shrug it. And then we're going to go right here to about 13.14. 13.14. Gains of 59%. Up to 13.22. If you want to be safe, you can get some call options around $12. Things about to fly. Good luck, Mo. This is a great pick. You come up with some really nice picks. It's doing well. Yeah, it's doing well on the 4 hour, doing well on the 1 hour, doing well on the daily. 3-day worries me a little bit. Okay, but maybe it'll have like a pulse up or a pick up in the MACD, something that will kind of curve us up. But right now in the immediate short term, daily looking good for us. So this is a good pick. I actually would enter right now at 8.28. Again, this isn't financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. This is only my life, and then you can kind of decide what you want to do with my life. But this is my life. So there you go. Okay, CRV. Everyone wants to know about CRV. CRV is hot, and we know it can pump. We know it can pump like unbelievable. Do you want CRV for Bitcoin, or you want to see the Tether price? Soon we're just going to be all doing Bitcoin tickers, I feel like. It is nice to see the USDT price just so you can get an idea. Now look at CRV down in the dumps. Came out all the way here at August 15th, and it came all the way back down. Now it's forming this rounded bottom area here. I have it in a cup and handle, though. You can see I already have previous work on it. Isn't that amazing? I love that. Just waiting for me. I didn't even know I did it. Now I look in, I'm like, there's my work. I've probably done work on every single ticker in here, and there's like 500 of them. So I do this all day, every day. Now, it did fall out of the pattern, which wasn't good. It was basically an ascending triangle. It should have broken out. It was actually, to me, it was a kind of a bilateral triangle, but more of a pennant. It did look like a pennant. Now it formed this, so we're just going to have to make this into a handle here. So it turned that pennant into a falling wedge, which is fine. That's definitely a cup and handle in my opinion. Definitely. And double bottoming here now as well. As you can see, we have a bottom and another bottom. See, it's double bottoming right here. Boom, boom. Let's take a look at it on Trend Watch. Is it approaching its move up to the highest point? We don't know, but let's take a look at Trend Watch. I'm gonna have to make a new one of these. This is getting annoying. So take a look if we can see anything on like smaller time frames. One out. Yeah, look, we just crossed that Trend Watch and we boomed up. Look how well this works. You just buy when you cross this line. Boom. Buy when you cross this line. Boom. Buy when you cross this line. Boom. We could actually add Trend Watch. Hold on, let me just add Trend Watch to WPX because we didn't do that. And look, dude, oh my God, it's crossing the line right now as we speak. Dude, Mo, I just showed you whenever this crosses, it flies. Sometimes it doesn't fly a lot, but it flies. Look, flies. It's crossing the line right here as we speak, and it's starting to break out. I just gave you the call at 8:28, and now it's at 8:30 already. I'm making a call on this. Like, this is a guaranteed, I don't want to say guaranteed, but this is, I have a rating system 1 to 10 on it. This is an 8.5 trade. This is an 8.5 trade. That means that the probabilities of it going in our favor are very, very high. Very, very high. And that's based on me looking at multiple charts every single day and then watching how they play out in weeks and then assessing that movement and understanding it for you and then giving it to you on a silver platter. So there it is, man. Yeah, 57% gains. WPX. Watch it, man. Watch it. This is a call here on the channel. I would definitely add into the position. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, and if you're in the position, I would always just have a stop loss somewhere right here. So if you did get in at 828, I'd put a stop loss even in the pattern. If we break back into the pattern, that's not good. If we break back into this top trend line, it's not good. So you can keep your stop loss right there with 8%. Now, I teach everyone to use 1% of your portfolio per trade. So if you were to take this trade under my tutorage, is that right? Tutelage. My tutelage is you would basically get in. You would say, okay, 0.803. I risk 1% of my portfolio per trade. Right now I'm trading with 15,000, so I would risk 150 per trade. 150, I would divide it by the stop loss, 0.0839, and that would give me 1,700 to put into the trade. Now, if I lose, I'm going to lose 8%, which is 150. If I win, I'm going to times this by 0.57. So I'm risking $150 to make $1,000, and that's that's the type of trades I put you that I talk about in my trading group. That's the type of trades that I focus on. It has to be in a bullish pattern. There has to be indicators that are giving me positional strength. And then there has to be a risk-reward ratio that makes sense to my portfolio size and to where I'm going. Look, 828, 831. I'm telling you right now. Hey, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. Do yourself your own research. But if you learn what I learned and you could take it with you, teach a man to fish, man. That's the plan here. That's the plan. Tezos back at $2, man. Funny little Tezos. Supposed to be way bigger project. Should have had way bigger movement. I think too many people stake it, and that's the issue. And you don't get a lot of buyout pressure. I think it's a great project, and I really do like it. But look at the movement here. Kind of strange. It's in a big bowl, and eventually it's probably going to make its way back up to its all-time high at 450. Right now, I'm not going to give you a call on it. I'm just kind of glancing over that right now at the moment. You love the D. It's so funny, man. Okay, don't risk it. Go do crypto. No, I did. I got you, bro. You just gave me such a good... You know what? Even if it's crypto or stocks, it doesn't matter. I'm showing you how you can learn no matter what. You can take your crypto. Chills is a good bag. You know why Chills is a good bag? Mobbing crypto, Mike? Because mobbing crypto, I like that. I like that. Chills is a good bag because it's an IEO by Binance, and Binance is going to push it. I love Ocean. I have Ocean. I'm keeping a large, not a large, like a $1,200, $1,600 position in Ocean at the moment. I told you SGML was going to retrace. I kind of have it on here for you. I said it would probably come back down to the 382. Right now it is bouncing. It's in between the 382 and the 236. But look at that sell pressure here. You know, it hit a beautiful high. Look, it peaked all the way to 2055 above my target of 1954. And I think it's going to come back down to the 0.5 fib. And it even could come back between the 0.5 and the 0.6, which is 13 to 14. And then it could start another retrace. That'll also show up as hidden bullish divergence, in my opinion, once we show that off. And we'll be off to the races again. But yeah, I think this is still going to come down. Look, we have a lot of room in the 8 hour to move down, a lot of room in the daily to move down. This thing's coming back down to the 0.5 or to the 0.618, which is 429 or 13. I hope whoever was in this took their profits up here and is going to re-enter down here on a Fibonacci retracement. Okay. USDT, I'll add to my position here. What's the name for the trend watch? Time frame for the $10 target. Okay, let's do a deep dive. That's going to take everything I have to give you that. Let's take a look here. We're going to have to do some deep dive here. And honestly, timing the market's very hard, right? What I can do is we're going to measure the last measured move. We're going to try to these two measured moves, 1, 2. We're going to take the average of those, and we're going to try to give you some type of an idea. Okay, we take our bar measurement tool, which we start here, and it goes up, and it's going to give us our time frame and our percentage. This is 56 bars. It took 80 days to go up 288%. Okay, so that we're going to remember that 56 bars, 288%, 80 days, 80 days, a month and a half, right? A little more than a month and a half. So we're going to do that again to the bar pattern here. We're going to travel up here to this bar pattern. This went up 119% in 42 days. 42 days, right? Now we need 60%. That was this last one here. That was my measured move. So now we're going to take this measured move again one more time, just to reiterate this. And this is how you try to time a market. And we're looking at 80 days to 284%. We just need 60%. So it can go up 300% in 80 days, and it can also go up 115% in 30 days. Time frame for the 16%, if we give it 2 months, I think we're guaranteed on it. Like, if we give it 80 days, good chance. The market is actually pumping though, and we actually have to bring the Dow into the discussion here, because the Dow is going to have some indication on how your stock moves, right? So you got to look at the health of the Dow right now. And right now, I'm bullish on the Dow. I show you, it's in this pattern here, and I think it's going to go parabolic. I have it in this parabolic run up to 40K. They're printing the money, so I'm kind of cheating with you guys because they're printing money. I know the TA is kind of negated at this point. It is a double top, but look, we broke past previous high that the Dow had. That would have been a double top, and we would have double topped there. Still a chance. We do see some bearish divergence. We have swing up to swing up on the Dow, and we go more sideways and flat here on the RSI, and that is divergence. That is divergence. If you ran these to infinity, they would hit each other. So there is some bearish divergence playing out. We just need to see this push up. If the RSI can push back up, it'll negate this, and we won't have bearish divergence. And I see that this is going to fly. So I think this is going to speed up the time frame on WPX a little bit, because we're going to have a blow off top into the 40K region. So WPX, I think safe 60 days. I think we could be safe on 60 days. Really safe 80 days. And that's my opinion there. Okay. What is the name for Trend Watch? Oh, I made that. I made Trend Watch. I just called it Trend Watch. It's the weighted moving average, the 144-day weighting moving average, and the 4 simple moving average. You just put those two on, and that's what I call Trend Watch. Very simple. Very simple. And you want to use like the 1 hour or the 4 hour mainly. It works better in that time frame. Like, look at this. It broke up here. Boom. Stock exploded for WPX. Go to the daily, and it's just kind of getting started. So, and look, this thing can get up. This thing has other levels. It's just beginning, actually. Once it gets up to this high, it'll track. Wow. Back up to 33 from $8. So I see something even bigger happening here for this. going up to 33 in the long term. Interesting. That's a 400x. 4-bagger. Clutch Chris, buy in right now? Yeah. WPX for sure. Yeah. What's going on? Who knew? My dude, man. Shout out to Who Knew. Thank you for coming into the live stream. Really appreciate it. 31 people. We got 33 likes. I'm long stock and I'm long call options on this name, WPX. My man. Yo, if you guys want to understand options, give Mo hit singler. Go give Mo. Sorry, Mo. Give Mo the unknown. Give him a shout out in my Telegram group. He'll be open to help you. I know he's talked to other people too as well. He is probably in my opinion, that I know of, he's the best and most learned options trader that we have in the group. So even he has to help me. Oh, I'm kidding about the name. My bad. I didn't know that because I'm the same way sometimes. Options trading coming to crypto soon. No, it's actually here already. You can trade options on Binance already. Mohit means charming. The charming one. I love it. I'm going to call you the charming one from now on. We're doing great, man. Thank you so much for coming into the stream. All right, since I'm taking, okay, Jesse B's got Litecoin, BLZ, CRV, and Sand, all USDT pairs. Jesse, man. You know, Jesse bought merch, so he gets as many tickers as he wants, bro. I think he's one of the only people to buy merch this month. So shout out to Jesse B. And they're playing games. Bothers me beyond belief. I don't even like bringing it up because it's not good for business. Look at Litecoin in this giant double bottom on the 3-day. Unbelievable, right? It breaks this top. It's flying all the way up here to 190. You look at this on a bigger time frame and you get kind of like, wow, like look at this thing. It's going to do just what Bitcoin did. 247. Look at the highs. People don't realize Litecoin went all the way to 420. This says 367, but that's the USDT pair. It went higher than that. It went higher than that. So let's take off our stuff. Wow, Litecoin's looking just like Bitcoin. There's your plandemic. It's in an Adam and Eve. Yo, hold up. I'm about to make a call for Litecoin that's going to blow everybody's mind. So this is an Adam and Eve double bottom. Here's your Eve, clear. I love this time of day, There's so many cool patterns lately. Don't you guys? I sound like a nerd, but I'm passionate about charting. I love it. You can see that I love it. Like I absolutely love charting. It's a passion of mine. It's insane. So check it out. I love watching price action and how it plays out through the patterns. I find it absolutely insane. And it happens a lot. Now, could we make a handle here? There's a chance. Chance that Litecoin makes a little handle here. For sure. And then boom. Now look, these give 40% gains minimum. Adam and Eve double bottoms. 40. We can show you on Bitcoin. It did the same thing recently. Litecoin's just a little far away. But once we break the all-time high, this is going to $272. Okay? And we're not that far off. We're really not. So Litecoin, man, Adam and Eve double bottom on the big picture. Gains of 114% coming out of Litecoin. Don't be surprised. This is just the beginning. Litecoin just woke up and started to break out and do some crazy stuff. I mean, Litecoin is up pretty nicely. It's up. It was at $62 August 31st. It's done an amazing, it hit 140, right? So 6 times 4, 240, 6 times 2 is 120. It did basically a 200x. Couple months. Not amazing compared to a lot of coins, but it's a solid coin to hold. And with the PayPal in it, it's going to do great. Now, let's take a look at smaller time frames to kind of just get ourselves into a pattern. Now, I think it is starting to form the cup and handle on the right side of this Adam and Eve double bottom. You can look up all these things as well. If you want to Google this stuff, look, Adam and Eve double bottom. Everything I know is true. Like you can find all this stuff out. You can even just hit images and like you can watch these things play out. Like here's one, 40% gains. Look, it's showing you the same setup that I just showed you because this is what happens. It's an unfair advantage when you spend this much time in the charts. It really is. compared to the average person who's just trying to trade. Unfair advantage. But hey, you get what you pay for in life, right? You get what you put in. The more you put into anything, the more you're going to get out of it. That's just the simple facts of life, right? Immediate short term for Litecoin right now, we do a rounded top here, which I don't like to see. But we do have a push up here on the 2 hour. 1 hour wants to make a move, and the 4 hour is about to make a move. So I say we consolidate in this region here. We're holding support at that new level. We're holding new support. We had resistance here at 125. We're holding support at 125. Psychological support, whatever you want to call it, but there's some nice support there at 125. You could see that we were in this pattern here. Following Bitcoin, it looked just like that Bitcoin pennant. And then if you took your length of your pole, and you came up, we hit our target pretty dang close, like there. Broke above the target actually, came up a little higher. And if you look at the bigger, yeah, so we're in that cup though. Broke out of this, then we had a falling wedge, we broke out of that. Now we're consolidating again. You can see the consolidation, even on the daily. So if we go to the 30-minute, like that's clear consolidation. Interesting. Now the curve doesn't look as bad, right? When we look at it on a bigger time frame. Now what we see, now I'm going to give you your next target for Litecoin. I own 56 Litecoin. I'm going to disclose that. I am a bag holder. I love my Litecoin. It was the first trade I ever made. I got in around 30 to 40 bucks. I bought 100 Litecoins. I told everyone I knew to buy Litecoin. I was like a little kid who had just found a new thing. And I said, everybody, Litecoin's going to do it. It's going to do it. No one listened to me. It was $5. I ran around my office telling everybody to buy it in 2017, May of 2017. Litecoin's going up 32% to 166. Once it breaks out of this, it's going to follow Bitcoin as Bitcoin goes to 30K. It's one of the few altcoins that won't get destroyed by Bitcoin dominance. It's Bitcoin, it's silver. So when Bitcoin rips, Litecoin follows it on the way. I gave you Penn Gaming, but I told you, wow, look, we did have a retracement now. There's a bit of a head and shoulders on Penn Gaming. That's kind of scary. We are getting hit by the 200-day moving average, so you might want to wait. But again, that's why if you go with my trading and you trade with how I trade, I always tell you to keep a stop loss on the bottom of trend lines. Always, always, always. And the reason is, I tell you to do one of two things. The first thing I tell you to do is the dollar cost average when the market is shady, because you won't be able to time the market as well as me or anybody else. It's going to take you some time to get that good at timing the market. So posting higher highs and lower lows on the 15. Data's starting to move again. Yeah, great to see you take up Litecoin, the forgetting dark horse. It will give massive gains. Me and Jose will do after the AMA a trading stream with you. That's awesome, man. I'd really appreciate that. That's very sweet to say. You lie. I'm always learning new stuff. Love you guys. 33 likes, please, so I can sip the vinegar live on the stream. Just call a friend, say, jump in here, hit a like. Call Wes right now, be like, dude, come on, just send a like button and watch Sam drink some crazy apple cinnamon vinegar. Anyway, watch Penn Gaming, though. If you were with me, your stop should have got hit. Now you can wait for it to consolidate, get back in. I still bullish on it, though. I think it may just be in a bigger consolidation range. Something like this. Just kind of do this. What are the uses of shorter time frames versus longer time frames in TA? That's a great question, and let me discuss that with you right now. This is why. This is what happens. Let's get into EGLD, because EGLD has been flying. What happens is the stock goes up really far. I'm going to show you in 1 second how this helps, and you're going to be like, "What?" And this, I do tutoring every day. I'm tutoring someone. It's $75 an hour up until 2020. Then it's going to be $100 to $150 an hour. I'm going to raise the price. So if you really want to get in, if you schedule it before tomorrow, $75 an hour tutoring, and I'll teach you all this stuff. But right now I'm going to give you what would occur if you were to sign up with me right now and get a tutoring session. I was in EGLD at 8, sold at 28. What a great sell. Sold the top on that. So let's take a look at EGLD, okay? I'm going to give you the USDT pair just so you can understand more of where the price is going. Now, if you go to the daily time frame, you're going to see that all you see is big green candles. It's hard to understand where we're going, exactly what's happening. So look, we take a look at EGLD. It looks good in the daily. So I would tell you guys, hey, this is looking good in the daily. I feel like it did a bit of a fake out, came back into the pattern, and now it's forming this flag. You like to see the price with the 21-day moving average too. It's always a good sign. It means that it's like resting where it wants to be near the average. I'll get to that, Frankie. We'll talk about that. XRP to the moon, baby. Trend analysis and TVOM, time value of money. Time value of money. I love that. I love that. Explain that. So check it out. EGLD, now you would try to figure out where to get in, and you'd be like, huh, now there's patterns inside of here that you can't see because they're on smaller time frames. So yeah, the daily looks great, and you could buy this on a bigger time frame. This actually is kind of cup and handling as we speak, right? So again, you want to learn your patterns too. You really want to learn your patterns. And they're just gonna, if you just keep studying like I do, you'll know them all over time. That's a cup and handle to me, forming slightly. Not perfect, but yeah, even because it's with this negated, we got a bit of a neckline. And then you can take where you think you're going to go or where the chart conveys. I don't like using the word think because I don't think, meaning I use my brain, right, to interpret the signals, but I don't tell myself what's going to happen. I let the signals tell me what's going to happen. So this goes to 50. That's 100% gains. This is a really wanted coin. Institutions seem to be all over it. It was Elrond. It was very small. It's been on a tear the last year. It's up thousands of percent if you really looked at it when it first came in. So now what you do is, see, right here, all you see is this pennant. So you go to 4 hour, and you're going to see how long the consolidation is. And what you'd want to do is you want to buy the bottom of the pattern here. That's going to be the best place. Right here, right here. You can't see that on the daily. It's really hard to understand. Like, what the daily's going to do is, look, you're going to take this pennant now. See these three time frames? You can't see what's going on in these. These are just bars. So look, I'm going to do this for you. What you do is you take, like, you know, an indicator, or you can even put, I like to put Apple V line, so it's a green line, and then we go back in time on the blue line, I mean. And we go back in time, and now you can see how these three candles are expanding to show you a consolidation inside of this. And now we're flagging in here. Now, I couldn't see that on the daily. All I saw was 3 candles. So you have to understand this area is now going to become the 1 hour. That's why I put the blue lines, so we can see where we really are. And now we can really see. And now look, now I start seeing patterns forming. Now I see, look, an inverted head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, we're going to make our right shoulder. Now I see another short-term target that can help me get out of the pattern. And then it'll coincide with my larger time frame. So what you want to do is you want to look at a larger time frame, understand where you're going. That cool, that makes sense. Look, 2768. That's telling me that in the immediate short term, we should form an inverted head and shoulders and get to this target that I have. Where did I get this target? That was where previous price got resisted by. And that's where we're probably going to have a little issue. Once we break out, we'll flag, and then we'll get to all-time highs, which was 2978, and on our way up to the top. Another thing you want to do is pull a Fibonacci on 4 hours, because you see a little more of the levels than you do on the daily. So I hope I answered your question correctly there. That's why you use smaller time frames with larger time frames. We get one more like. Reese Arnold, have you spoken about 1 inch the stream? I didn't in depth, no. I went over it slightly at the very beginning of the stream. People got it for free, so they sold it off. Now I see, look, an inverted head and shoulder on it. Left shoulder, right shoulder, head, and it broke out. And I see it going to the target of 130. It's at 115 right now. I believe it's going to go to 130. Have a little issue there, go sideways, probably spend some time between 114 and 130 as it consolidates, and then continue to move up. But yes, it's breaking out of the long, you could see we were in this long rising wedge, because everyone got it for free and they sold it off. Like, why? Well, you know, hey, I got something for free. Airdrop, right? So it's in a inverted head and shoulders. It's doing really good. You can't get a lot of information on it, so you got to go like the 15-minute, which wants to roll over. But yeah, so there's 1 inch for you. It could break this line. If it breaks this line, it looks like it'll come back to $1. So watch 115, big deal. If it breaks 115, comes back to $1. If it doesn't, and it holds this and starts to consolidate, I would jump on in and ride it up to 130 and then see where it happens from there. Bitcoin, that's not a dump. That's just the top of the pattern. Now look, guys, I'm here for you. I'm always here for you guys. So check it out. Get rid of all my old work. I'll show you what's happening for Bitcoin right now. If you want to make a trade, here's your trade. I'm going to call it out for you, just like I called it out for you yesterday. Sad Bitcoin likes to go into the pattern, up and down. That's what it does. So right now, short Bitcoin, very simply, open up a short and ride it down to 26,600, 27.6. Nice 1.3% gain. If you use 34x leverage, you'll make about 34% on the trade. Again, only if you're very experienced trading leverage, please do that. And again, this isn't financial advice. It's what I would do. You do whatever you think is good for you. I hope it closes. I want to buy a low dip. It's not going to go that much low, Jimmy boy. Jimmy boy Maserati, bro. Will you pick me up in a Maserati, my friend? Yeah, that was great. I had a general idea, but never had it explained to me by someone that knows what they're doing. Thank you. Anytime, man. Anytime. I can't believe you said someone knows what they're doing. 34 likes. I have to go drink the apple cider vinegar. Okay, I'm going to go get the apple cider vinegar. Or you guys want me to do a ticker first? You tell me what goes on. Cheers for that. Thanks. Anytime, Reese Arnold. Anytime, man. Yo, a lot of new people in the stream today. Really excited about that. I'm going to shout everybody out in the stream so you can hear your name. You can feel like you're part of something. I love that. I think that's cool. Also, you may have a project or something you're starting out. Like this person has a YouTube channel. I want to shout him out. I want you guys to go to his YouTube channel. He's on at 6 a.m. and at 6 p.m. every single day. Check out this person. Freaking love you, Joe. You're really becoming like a brother of mine. Like, very loyal friend, man. The people I meet online tend to be almost more loyal than the people I meet in real life. Very strange. Shout out to Renchi T. Shout out to this person. Shout out to Noel, Eddie DC, Jesse B, Bonifaci Varacelli, 912 all day long, Tiago Cruz, Ross Bush, my man. Renchi T, you get a second one because I love you, bro. Crypto Mike, my dude. Love Crypto Mike. He has 26,000 subscribers on YouTube. He's a big YouTuber. Coming into my YouTube channel. Loves it. Crypto Don Juan, man, my dude. The best shorter in my group. Loves to short Bitcoin. But he shorts Bitcoin to accumulate Bitcoin. So he's still long. Remember that. King Roman. Hey, bro. Are you doing trading Bitcoin? Yes. Is this pre-recorded? No. King Roman. Shout out to you. Ross Forsberg, my dude. You asked about Serum. Let's get into Serum. I didn't talk about him. Sorry I skipped that. Red Dog, my man. Red Dog. King Roman. Ross Forberg, Bonifaci, Jesse B. Love learning. Netflix. A lot of new people in here today. Unbelievable. Really. Ricky, the investor, my man. You've been around. Appreciate it. Arati. Let's do some XRP. Yeah. All right. Noel, Jesse B, USDT. Yeah. Link going back to $4. I don't feel too good about it. LOL. Yeah. Let's take a look at that. You think Link's going to $4? Clutch Chris. Buy in right now. Shout out to Clutch Chris, Renchi T, Colin Unger. You've been in the group for a while. Who knew, my dude? BB Rotman, my baby. Frankie Rodriguez, Jimmy Boy Maserati, Reese Arnold. Wow. And Make Danesia. Short or long? I don't know what you mean. Short or long what? Some people are saying 30% dip coming for Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't buy it. There's a lot of buy pressure right now for Bitcoin. Heavy buy pressure. Like, when we came down here, talk to those people right now. Because look, we dipped. We did dip. Look at the dip we dipped. When I dip, you dip, I dip. We went down 9%. That's a pretty nice correction if you believe you me. And we should have had a double top, but we broke previous high. So I don't know, man. And now we're consolidating. I'm also showing you that the 4-hour wants to rip, right? It actually wants to come down, but the daily looks like it still has room to move, man. But you're right. I think every time I say there's going to be a correction, though, it's weird. We just go sideways. We form another flag. You know what? I just watch the levels, man. Each level is a certain level. Like, if we, then that. People who just say we're going to do this and that. I know we're hitting 30K before anything else. 30K is guaranteed to happen. Not guaranteed. But I'm telling you right now, if you take my advice, there's a good chance we go to 30K. We are far away from the moving average on the daily. So the 21's probably going to go here. I think we're going to be in some chop for 3 or 4 days. We're going to chop through 26 to 28. And then we're going to boom up. I think by the 4th or 5th of January to 30K. That's my... all right. 2 people have asked about XRP. A lot of people just like... They get pissed when I talk about XRP. It rustles a lot of feathers. Let's take a look at XRP. What's going on with it? So I had multiple levels of resistance. We formed this bottom here, which is pretty cool. We bounced. But now we have new support and resistance, though. on the daily. We'll look at it on a bigger time frame. Never thought I'd be looking at XRP like this, though. Really strange, right? Now, one thing we can do, which I actually kind of want to do, is say, okay, whenever something breaks back into the pattern, I just negate the idea that it was ever out of the pattern. So I just put the price right back in the pattern, and I just try not to look at this area up here. See? I just say that didn't happen. We're just back in a pattern again. So look, and we're at the bottom of the pattern. Look for us to kind of do more consolidation. But right now, the daily is pretty oversold on the RSI. MACD wants to turn. I see a reversal coming for XRP, honestly, in my opinion. Right now, we also getting wicked off the bottom here. So there's a big chance, yeah, 17 was the bottom, 1776 area possible. We also see, let's go to a smaller time frame, like a 4 hour. And what I see is one of my favorite symbols here is swing down, the swing down on the price. But the RSI says, no, 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 I want to swing up. And what that tells me is that's bullish divergence. So it tells me that the price will at least come back to the top of the trend line here at 28. Has some trouble there. Of course, it's going to have some trouble there. If it can break 28, it's going to get up to 35. And it can break 35. Dude, it'll zoom back. 35 is a big deal for us because, look, we gapped down. We gapped up and we gapped down pretty fast. Not a lot of resistance in this area. So if we can break 35, it's like guaranteed to get to 45. You know, and if we break 45, it's like we're guaranteed to get back to 60. As fast as we fell, as fast as we can get back. Look for some news out of this lawsuit coming in the next couple months. I don't know how long it will drag on. I did not sell a penny of my XRP, and I will disclose I am a bag holder. So I really believe that also bottoms always occur with the bullish divergence on the second hill of the RSI that's higher. I teach this in my leverage trading course on the 1 minute on Bitcoin all day. This is just a macro exchange of that same idea. And yes, 22.5, we're on the way, bouncing off of that low. So yeah, making sure that wasn't a wick, that's just volume. Some big volume spike there too, holding us down. If I go to a smaller time frame, I think I almost see an inverted head and shoulder. Let me see here. No, but I do see a diamond pattern. I'll tell you that. And diamond, let me break this down for you. I see a diamond pattern, okay? Let me break the diamond pattern for you and explain what happens. I know all my patterns. I know them all. That is a diamond pattern. And diamond patterns break the way they came in. So it came in from the top. It's going to break up to the top. I see Bitcoin. I see this going to 28 based off the diamond pattern. I'm basing this prediction off of the diamond pattern. 28% gains coming for XRP all the way back up to 28. So XRP up may be a play. Let's take a look at XRP up. Let's take a look at it on the 4 hour. Wow, this thing's a little spent, which I didn't think I would see. Yeah, but you know what? It's still curving up on the 4 hour. See that? It tells you there's some more room to move here. So that's exciting. We're also super low, right? And we have the same scenario here with the bullish divergence. Swing low to swing low, which is an extremely sharp angle. And then we have swing low to swing low here on the RSI, which is not. This is divergence. I teach this all the time. If you'd like tutoring, 100% if you're in XRP up like me. Yeah, I think XRP up is the play today. I really do. Off this bullish divergence. Just technicals. I'm going off the technicals, nothing else. I'm not listening to the news, anyone else's. I'm just going off of what the chart's given me. Take a look at XRP down, and if that's also kind of, you know, let's look at that on the daily. Yeah, that's like a little high, kind of wants to roll over. And they're not great indications every time to see the inverse of these. But, yeah, I mean, it had a good 215% gains out of that. We were playing this at 30. Went all the way to 126. Unbelievable. I got out at like 60, but damn, man, you know. This one was fun to play, but it also got really volatile at one point, and it was kind of I took a breather from that. But yeah, I like XRP up, and I like XRP right now. I gotta say, and it's based off of bullish divergence. I'm basing it on high technical skills here. There are no sellers left. No, if the market starts thinking that XRP will get bought up by big green candles, yep. Wow, 37 likes. You guys are animals, dude. This is one of my best streams ever. 28 people watching. Now we're just getting into... I'll do a fast ticker round. Please, anything you're in, let me know. If you're in something, if you're worried, if you have a position, I'm going to do a 10-minute tick around. We're going to go as easy as we can. Yeah, news is a distraction. That's why you have to stay on point. That's why if you know fundamentals, like I'm in Bitcoin because of the fundamentals. No news would ever affect my behavior and thoughts on it. VeChain, man, I'm in VeChain hard right now. I have a bag. Do you guys think 2,500 is a big bag, a decent bag? What kind of bag is that? You let me know what you think. Look at VeChain. Cup and handle, just like Zilliqua. Uni is flying. Interesting. Didn't we just talk about Uni too? We said it was going to pop. Wow, 405. Damn. We'll get right back into VeChain. I'm just going to take a look at this candle action. Yeah, and I literally just gave you this trade. I said it was an inverted head and shoulder, right? We just talked about this. I showed it to you guys. I said, dude, we're going to fly. And look, we went all the way up to 412. Looks like we're going to hit my target at 426. Easy peasy. So Uni making moves, man. I think Uni right now is kind of fun. Look, bottomed. I don't think you'll ever get Uni down here again at 283. I think this is a steal. Uni anywhere between 380 and 410 is going to be a play. Because of the live stream last night, love random live streams. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. DeFi 2.0 coming soon to a DEX near you. Interesting. Yeah, man. Dot is asleep. Oh, Dot isn't even a sleeping giant. I think at this point, everyone knows it's Polkadot. It's got more activity than Ethereum, I've been hearing. It's got more apps being developed on it. It's going to be the beginning and the basically the ecosystem of an ecosystem. Unbelievable. Look at it poked out here but got rejected. So watch Dot. I still think that it can go all the way to 883. What I told you on Dot was the 4 hour doesn't look good. And the 4 hour is going to have to kind of either flip up for us. Like this, we're going to watch this line. If it flips up, then that's going to be a good sign. But it is curving down already. It tells me that Dot really wants to kind of consolidate a little more. Possibly even hit 682 or the $7 region one last time. It just wants to find a $7 as a strong support. It wants to touch that support. $7 becomes strong support. $8 is so easy to get. Yo, that's a discussion, right? Would you get into Dot or ADA? Wait, I have to go back to Frankie Rodriguez. He had a question later on, and I remember it now. It's stuck in my mind. My photographic memory is remembering a question that I did not answer. He said, what do you do when you're in a bunch of trades late at night and you have to go to sleep? Honestly, what I do at that point is I put my stop losses at break even and I let it ride. Because if I'm down in a trade, I close it. Unless I feel like it's, because they'll wick you out in the middle of the night. Every single time I've went to bed on a futures trade, I was liquidated. I'm telling you right now, 3 for 3. 3 for 3. So if you want to open up a trade, you better just get yourself some Ritalin or some Adderall. I'm saying don't use, you know what I'm saying. I shouldn't say stuff like that. But what I mean is, you're going to have to, you got to watch those trades. Like I tell myself, if I'm in a futures trade, either there has to be a long gap, lower the leverage and go to bed. That's another thing I could tell you. Lower the leverage and go to sleep. Oh, I'm dreading the apple cider vinegar. Adderall is better, yeah. If you can get your hands on it, hard to get now. It's so funny. Yeah, 1 inch hit 0.2, then bounced. Now coming down, making a head and shoulders. You mean 112? I don't remember hitting 12 cents. Careful on your information there. Dot looking good though on the 4 hour, but it's gotta cool down a little bit. That's all. But we're almost there. Not much longer. What I would do is I would go right here, put an alert right around here, something like this on this dotted line. I'd right click this alert. And when that comes down, I would enter Dot again. Yep. That's what I would be doing. I haven't had addies for a long time, but I think they would help me out a lot. But, they make your heart race, so. I'm already hyper, man. I don't need it. I really don't. I've never done this. I've just never been around people doing it. Never been something I liked, OMG's in a great spot right now. It's actually holding an undervalued position It should be worth like $3. The fact that it's under 3 to me is undervalued. And they did pump it. Remember when they pumped it like 2 or 3 months ago? It was the coolest coin for like on and off for a couple days, just skyrocketing. Look at Theta, man. I gave you the call. It's at 150 now. I gave you the call, 141, 142. If you don't believe me, I have it documented in my trading group right here. And I try not to give a lot of calls. I gave 2 calls last night. Here's my first one. I gave you your stop loss. I told you how much to risk to make sure you don't blow up your account. It was an amazing entry here. Yeah, 141.215. That was the entry, stop loss, buy zone. And I even give you where you're going to go. Your risk reward ratio is 7 to 1. I got your support and resistance lines off, you know. Boom. So I gave you that trade last night, which is so far so good. And I had to bring up Ocean and say, look at this double bottom Ocean is forming. Gains of 83% gains coming out of Ocean. So I like where Ocean's at right now too. Shout out to everyone in my trading group. People coming in every day. Shout out to Leo Arega, a new person in the group. Profit Executor. People are depositing stable coins to exchanges. Let's see if this bullish signal works. Oh yeah, because they want to buy all our coins, right? Crypto quant, total number of deposits in all exchanges. Yeah, that's telling me that people are getting in. Follow my Twitter, please, guys. Done. Where is your Twitter there? Put a link, though. Put a link right here. I would link to it right now and follow it. Oh, there it is. Cool. I follow you, man. Boom. Follow me, please, on Twitter, too. I'm at CryptoLifer33. I had 2,000 followers, and then I woke up one day with 800. I don't know what happened. But anyway. Binance doing their thing. I also do post charts. Look, band to breakout. Like, I do post stuff on Twitter. So if you miss the feed or if you're not, you know, you'll see, look, free stocks, BT, USDT. I posted this on, and look, I said we were either going to go this way or that way. We ended up going to the top, to the upside. I said there's one of 2 scenarios here. We're going to go either way. And if you can long it here, you can short it there. Kind of gave you the road to go on, whether it went either way. You get it? You asked about T-Fuel, right? Thoughts on T-Fuel. Theta at 150. Thanks. Lifer gotta go. Much love. Anytime, Mob and Crypto. Really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. I usually outlast my watchers. Can you check out Hex? Oh, Hex. I'll take a look at Hex. I'm not a fan of it, but you know, I never got the free, you know, last day to get your free Hex. I probably should have just gotten my free Hex with my Bitcoin. I didn't do it, man. I didn't buy Richard Hart. He's cool. I have nothing against the guy. Some things about him I like. I do think he's somewhat of a genius. He's a little pompous, and he needs to lose a little weight, but I like him. He's all right. He's full of himself a little too much, man, right? Whatever, though. Whatever. Who am I to judge, man? He's a cool guy. There are some things I do like about him, and I think you can learn a lot. I don't think he's an idiot by any means. And I think that Hex is good, but I think that Wise is better than Hex. You know, a lot of people are trying to, but look at T-Fuel, man. I see it going all the way up to 0.04. Breaking out of this consolidation that it's in. I actually see, it's hard to see, but I'm going to go to a smaller time frame, like a 30. I see a bit of a double bottom too. Look, bottom. Is it an inverse head and, is it a head and shoulder, head, shoulder? I see it more of a falling wedge, kind of just doing its thing. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. And the 4 hour wants to fly right now. And let's take a look at the daily. The daily doesn't. So I think you'll get a little push up on the 4 hour, but then we may go sideways. I'd like the daily and the 4 hour to be together, in all honesty. The Stokes are starting to turn up, though. It could tell us that the daily may flip on us. He's just real. You can say no, LOL. He's pretty smart for sure. Yeah, no, I got you. No, I'm going to check out Hex. I am. I'm not against. I would not check out your Twitter because of that. I like T-Fuel right here, man. I really do. It's interesting though. I wish the daily was more in our favor. That's my only pullback right now. But right now it's looking good. Watch for the breakout. Could get a fake out because the daily's not in our favor. So that's just saying we already did hit this resistance at 4 and we got rejected by it. I'm actually going to pull a fib on this because I think it's needed. Fibonacci retracements, really key. We are on the 0.5. Unbelievable. We could trip down into this 0.5 in the 618. You know, there's a chance the daily brings us even lower. This would be textbook buy right now. If you want to be a sniper, you would put an order in at 0.02098. You put a couple orders in this area and maybe one order up here. See if you can cycle through them on a wick. That's an idea. And then the daily will swap in your favor while the 4-hour kind of rocks out, and then we could get a boom back up. 61% gains. I am bullish on it overall. And as data continues to move, T-Fuel will just follow it as it is the gas. So, Hex. I don't think I ever talked about Hex once on this channel. Hex for Ether, Hex for Bitcoin, Hex for the US dollar on Hit BTC. Almost a penny now. It's doing its thing. Look at it. Wow, I've never even looked at it though. I'm glad I didn't get into this thing. It looks like a pump and dump. Look at this. So it came up all the way up, boomed all the way back up to 1.5 pennies. Then it tanked all the way down to 0.2 of a penny. And now it's up 400% back to 0.8 of a penny, hitting resistance in this area. 4-hour wants to crush it. It says it wants to come back down. So 4 hours not in your favor. And the daily's not in your favor. They're both extended. I think this is going to come back down to about 0.006. Find that support. If it breaks that, 0.004, and it even could get all the way back down to 0.002. Did 100% retracement. I don't even need to pull a Fibonacci on that. And someone would say, why? Why would you not pull a Fibonacci? I never pull a Fibonacci when I see the price goes right back to the beginning of the Fibonacci. There's no point. They're just the same. Ain't nothing like crap, 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 crap. Yeah, I'm not going to bring this up ever again. Hex, I think it will make you a lot of money. I think it could work out. It is moving up here on a double bottom. It could continue to move up and hit its all-time high and then extend. Still forming a very large double bottom area. Hey, I'm positive on all crypto. I think everything will do well. Just not my thing. Just not my thing. Okay, we're going to take a look at some news, and then we're going to skip on out of here for the day, just like we do every day. We'll check up on my Bitcoin price prediction right now, telling you to short it. And look, didn't work out. We were on what time frame were we looking at? I thought we would go back to the bottom of the pattern here at 27.5. We're back at 28.120 now, though. This is insane. We're wicking into the 20,000. Man, just don't short Bitcoin, guys. Don't be slow. Don't do things that will hurt you. We're going to 30,000. Mark my words. We're only 1,800 away. Just the other day, we were right near 20K. Now we're talking about 30K. Like, so much has happened so fast. I think it's hard for people to understand. I think it's good to take a day. You got to take 3 days off every once in a while and not look at any charts at all. And just let your mind rest. I'm about to do that, man. How do I do it when I go on live for you guys every day? But there's got to be a day where I rest it and I just like let my subconscious let all this come in and then, you know, reset. You got to reset, especially for crypto. It's just too much. There's too much going on all the time. I'm always missing a pre-sale. There's always a better coin I should be in. There's always a 10x on the Uniswap that I should have got. And like, you know, when you know that much about the space, you're going to miss something every single day. It's just that's what it is. Okay, Nextech acknowledges Bitcoin as an attractive store of value, unveils $2 million investment plans. The world's most popular cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, continues to gain the interest of increasing numbers of institutions, investors, and hence accosting mainstream adoption. A-Rod NYC, what's going on, my dude? I put some Coinbase news in the Telegram. Let's take a look at that. Thank you for that, Theo. Shout out to Theo, man. He's running the pre-sale room. He's doing unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for everything you're doing. This is pretty cool. I like possibly coins that are coming in. So, Coinbase custody. Digital assets that we list in Q1. They're going to list YFII. Interesting. They're going to list VeChain, Polkadot, play, and yo, they're gonna put Polkadot on Coinbase. It's over, guys. It's over, bro. It's over. Polkadot, big move. Mitch McConnell blocks Senate vote for 2K. You suck, Mitch McConnell. You suck. You're a billionaire with all your money, or who knows. You know what? I like to find out where these people came from. What's your background? Like, who are you, Mitch McConnell? Who is your daddy? And who is your daddy's daddy? Addison, his name's Addison, number one. Mitch McConnell is an American politician serving the Kentucky senior, blah, blah, blah. He's a second Kentucky. I like to see who his parents were. He was born in 1942 to Julia Odine Dean McConnell, Irish, which I like the Irish, 1919. And McConnell was born in Sheffield, Alabama, and grew up near Athens, Alabama. He is of Scots-Irish English descent. One of his ancestors fought on the American side of the American Revolutionary War. In 1944, at the age of 2, his upper left leg was paralyzed by a polio attack. He received treatment. The treatment potentially saved him from being disabled for the rest of his life. He stated that his family almost went broke because of the costs related to his illness. All right, so he's been through some stuff. So why would he block the stimulus? Seems like he's being kind of, I don't know, man. Guy went through some stuff right there. You'd think he'd be the first guy to help us out. I guess they get into a state where they're in and they just start acting crazy, right? They forget who they are. They get into the power. Anyway, let's get back into the news. Let's keep the news rocking. Oh, dang. This is good. Yeah, that is really good news, honestly. Crypto stories. Wolf of Crypto Street. 23-year-old Stefan Quinn charged for fraud by the SEC. Stefan Quinn appeared in an interview on CNBC back in 2018 explaining how he has found a way to make money using Bitcoin no matter what Bitcoin prices went up or down, remain still. The interview made the 21-year-old quite famous.
Well, the answer is not as simple as the Bitcoin bug at the lower left of your screen, and that's created a windfall for one very bright 21-year-old. Stefan Shin is the founder of Virgil Capital, a hedge fund that focuses on the different prices that Bitcoin is trading at.
Be honest, he looks a little shady. Like right off the bat, he looks a little shady. He's like.
So you put your college studies on hold.
People touch their face a lot. I feel like they're hiding something. It's an It's an FBI indication. Touching your face is an indication that something you're holding something back.
And this is quite obvious for people like us at Virgil Capital who try and take advantage of these opportunities to make a lot of money.
How exactly do you do this?
Yeah, it's a good question. So right now, unlike the traditional equities markets or the Forex markets or something like that, you've got almost hundreds of different exchanges, each with their own different prices and different competing traders. Right?
He's talking about arbitrage.
So what we have is essentially a proprietary technology that connects to all these different exchanges and looks for these price differences and buys low in one and sells high in another. So that's what we do.
It can't be as simple as that. I mean, I'm sure there are some exchanges where you can't easily transfer foreign money.
Yeah, exactly. So when people first get into Bitcoin,
you can transfer Bitcoin back and forth, lady. Anyway, Stefan Quinn appeared in an interview on CBC. What happened to him, though? SEC freezes assets and charged Stefan for fraud. A few days back, SEC accused Stefan Quinn for fraud and started their investigation. In the latest press release, SEC has charged Quinn and his entities for misleading investors through their Sigma fund and has frozen their assets. Ooh, God. What did he do? Quinn misled investors by promising to use the funds only for cryptocurrency trading, while Quinn and his entities used the funds for personal as well as other high-risk investments. Investors were informed of their funds will be transferred to a new firm owned by Quinn. No funds were transferred. The SEC alleged that the 23-year-old is still attempting to misappropriate assets from his VQR fund and raising money for Sigma fund. He probably has a way to get everyone paid back. Anytime, Mo, anytime. Thank you for coming in on the show. I really, really appreciate it. We're wrapping up anyway. Another NASDAQ-listed company set up a Bitcoin fund. Another believer in Bitcoin, Green Pro Capital. I talked about this last night, GRNQ. They're up 100%. They did a retrace today. It's among the latest corporations to express positivity about the future of Bitcoin. In a recent announcement, the financial advisory service provider noted that it believes that banking institutions, hedge funds, insurance companies, etc. will soon start adopting Bitcoin. Yo, what's going on, Charlie? My dude, man. Thank you so much for coming into the stream. Shout out to Charlie. Charlie Cusimano is a well-known video editor. When I was a young kid growing up in New York City and I wanted to be a great video editor and, you know, I got into the video editing, he was really cool, man. He had a big family of kids. He was like a fun guy. I saw him with his family a few times, and every time I saw him with his family, he was like, I saw this guy play basketball when he was like, I don't know, 47, maybe, yeah. The guy was on point. Like, he was jaying threes. Like, I still remember that day. You were killing it on the basketball court, man. I have a photographic memory. Like, you were killing it on the basketball court. I was impressed. I was impressed by your ability to keep young. Like, I was like, I hope when I'm that guy's age, I hope when I have a family and I'm more mature in life, I have his energy and his pump. Because you always brought it, and you and Ryan was such a good assistant, and I watched how you guys worked, and like, as a young guy growing up, I was like, man, I'd love to have that relationship with my editor, and you also gave him a lot of leeway. You let him learn. Just shout out to you, man. You are a part of my growth. I mean, we may not talk a lot, and it's nice for us to reconnect, but you are part of my growth, man, and you were a really cool person in the office. It was really fun to have you around and to work with you. So, Ocean testing the breaking point, about to pop. New York Times reports alleged Coinbase of racial discrimination. We've gone over that. We've gone into that stuff. Publicly traded Green Pro Capital set to launch a $100 million Bitcoin fund. Now it's bigger. Their side is less money, but now it's bigger. They're going to open up it in Q1, man. You don't even have to buy Bitcoin anymore. You can just buy into these funds. More damage to Ripple as Bittrex delist Ripple. Ooh. Bittrex has joined a growing list of exchanges to remove Ripple from its platform. Ripple will be removed on the site on January 15th. Tell that to the bullish divergence. Crypto news, rewind 2020, DeFi summer, new Bitcoin bulls, more hacks. Yeah, there's going to be more hacks coming. Bitcoin sellers are starting to disappear as analysts forecast major growth. Bitcoin has been best performing major cryptocurrency by far, with most large altcoins severely underperforming it throughout the past few days and the weeks. It rockets past 28,000 as bulls targets fresh all-time highs. Lack of aggressive selling above 28 points to imminent upside. Yeah, you can see if we don't have huge sell orders at 30,000, it's like shorting Bitcoin right now is like trying to fight an army, man. It's not a good idea. It really isn't. M1 money supply arms race. Bitcoin overtakes 23 countries in 2020 alone. 2020 will go down in the history for various reasons. While the pandemic took center stage, the emergence of Bitcoin stimulus money and the unprecedented fiat money printing have been critical themes economically. The ballooning effect of national currencies printing fiat money to offset the impact of the pandemic caused the global M1 money supply to expand exponentially. Despite this, however, Bitcoin's rank in the total M1 money supply has risen substantially from 34th to 13th place behind Taiwan, Switzerland, and Canada. Here's why this figure is so important. Bitcoin's money supply nears the top 10 by nation. Soon, Bitcoin will be worth more than entire nations. Like, I foresaw this years ago. Honestly, Redcar is a reason I'm into crypto. Remember Chris Biakowski? He used to build computers, and every couple of years I would ask him, and he would give me a computer that he built like a year ago, and then he'd use the money I gave him to build something even cooler. So he loved to sell me his computers, and I loved to buy them from him. I'm still using the last computer he sold me right here. Still using it. A beautiful see-through. He gave me 160, 30. He gave me more RAM. He put a solid-state drive. He put a USB-C input in this computer 3 years ago. The guy is a brainiac, man. And he got me into, we were so lucky to have that guy at the company. And he basically showed me how to mine Bitcoin. He showed me an article. He didn't get into crypto too. I talked to him recently, and he didn't get into crypto like I did. And I was like, dude, you were so much smarter than me. Like, I said, his brother was a genius. Like, that guy, his brain, he was a genius, bro. He really was a genius, bro. Chris B was a genius. I always say, like, I'm not a genius. I'm like on the spectrum. I'm able to dive into the genius world for a little while, and then I come back out of it. So, like, some of my friends I feel like are way smarter than me. I always keep people around me that I think are far more intelligent than me. And that's like kind of the idea, right? And I would hang out with Chris, go to his house. Not a lot. We didn't hang all the time, but I'd go to his house, look up his computers. He'd talk, we'd go over tech stuff. And we don't talk a lot. I may text him like once every couple of months, but I still do reach out to him every once in a while. So the money supply, Bitcoin's going to become bigger than the nations, man. It's taking on entire nations. Each new round of stimulus money has caused the M1 money supply globally to skyrocket. In the U.S. alone, 2020 has grown the money supply from 4 trillion to 7 trillion. The money supply has near than doubled in 2020. That's going to make Bitcoin double. You get it? You get what's going on? All right, guys, I'm going to go get the apple cider vinegar, and I'm going to take a chug, and then we're going to be out of here. Hold on one second. here it is, guys. The organic apple cider vinegar from Kirkland. You know, I hit my Costco's up. I told you guys if I got 33 likes that I would do this. So I'm doing it. Oh, God. It's going to be tough. This stuff is gross. But I'm a man of my word, man. At all costs, every time. No, I'm not going to water it down. I'm just going to hit it. I'm just going to hit it. I'm going to try not to get it on my teeth. Ooh. Oh, fuck. Excuse my language. Excuse me. What the is in that stuff? All right. Just sit there like this. No, it actually physically affects you though. Like, oh my God. 39 likes, yo. We got to 40. Add some water. I will. I'm going to start using the water thing every morning. Reset your gut, you know? Reset your gut. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here on the live stream. We had one of the best live streams we ever had. We hit one of the most likes we've ever hit. I felt like the interaction was fun. Seeing people from my past, my future, and my present. I love you all. Shout out to everybody here. Jimmy Boy, Maserati, this person, Crypto Mike, Jesse B, Arati. Dude, the name, there's just Bagwell33, Frankie Rodriguez, Noel, this person, Charlie Coos, Bagwell33, CWJ432. Love learning. Love you all. Guys, join my Telegram group. You can interact with me every day, all day. If you just hit this link right here, join my Telegram. It brings you into my trading room. Crypto Lifer Trading Room. We have 178 members, 34 online at the moment. Let me show you what goes on in there. We have 3 rooms. We have the Crypto Lifer announcement room where I give you my actual trades, things that I'm doing. We have the Uniswap coins and pre-sales. We show you how to make money in DeFi. We also have, and then we have group charts and calls only. If you have a call, something that you want, put it in here if you think it's solid. That way everyone can go right there and just see the charts. Ooh, they're going to burn the token. Wow, worth ARP Flash token burn 340K and has been removed from circulation, the largest single token burn in ARPA's history. Wow, nice job, Sam. I still have no idea what you're talking about on the live YouTube and still have yet to pull the plug on anything yet. Mostly cash flow issues. No worry, man. No worries, bro. Just DCA, man. Dollar cost average, $100 a month. $40 a month into Bitcoin at the beginning. And then we can take you there to the next level. But just stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. Stay with us. We're going to grow. We're going to move with the space. And we're going to teach you how to do the same. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, you're already doing the right thing. Say it together. Let's do the mantra. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. I love you all, and I couldn't be here without you. It means the world to me that we're in this movement together. Yo, thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart.